Oak Ridge High School basketball coming up in a few short moments here on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. We're also on prepradio.com. Alex Myers getting set for another exciting night of basketball. Yeah, 1973 was the first year the Lady Wildcats had a team. You know, they've had women's basketball in the state of Tennessee since the 1920s, but Oak Ridge did not ever have a team until not the 73-74 season. And it looks like we're about to have the national anthem. Let's see if we can pick it up down on the floor. Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena, getting set for Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcat basketball. The Lady Wildcats taking on the Central Lady Bobcats live here from the Wildcat Arena. The Wildcats coming off of a thrilling 47-45 win this past Tuesday over the Powell Lady Panthers. Lady Wildcats in that ball game were trailing most of the game. In fact, they didn't take a lead until about 40 seconds to play. About 40 seconds to play in the ball game, and that's when they took the lead and they won the game 47-45. This is a district contest. The starters are being introduced down on the floor. We're having a little trouble with Alex's microphone. We'll get that going here in a second. The Central Lady Bobcats have played 10 ball games already. They are 5-5 on the year, and they've played some good teams, and they've been in some close ball games. And this is a tough team. Lady Wildcats will have their hands full here tonight. The Wildcat boys team will be in action a little bit later on tonight, and they will be taking on the Bobcats, who are an impressive 7-3. Take a quick timeout while the Oak Ridge starters are introduced. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in a moment.
Whether you have a broken bone, a sports injury, or need a joint replacement, the experts at KOC Oak Ridge want to get you back to the life you love. Conveniently located next to Methodist Medical Center on Vermont Avenue, we have a long tradition of caring for not only student athletes, but their families as well. You can count on KOC Oak Ridge for quality orthopedic care in every season of life.
And we're about to get underway here from the Wildcat Arena. We're expecting a decent crowd here tonight, especially for a Friday night. The 73 team will be introducing as Alex continues to talk in my ear. As the Wildcats will come out with Jenna Johnson along with, let's see, Ulisha Mitchell, Bella Boone, also Demetria Strickland getting the start. And the Lady Wildcats also will have Janiyah Pippins in the ball game. And here we're about to get underway here from the Wildcat Arena, Oak Ridge and Central. And here we go. Ball is up, controlled by Oak Ridge, and we are underway with the basketball as we have a very shaky camera here as they work the ball top of the circle. It'll be the point guard. That'll be Demetria Strickland around to the top of the circle. Off it goes to number 22, Janiyah Pippins. To Demetria, to a wide open girl in the corner who shoots a three. It's up, no good. Rebound for a moment by Bella, saved away by the Lady Wildcats. Off the glass shot, good. Made good by Janiyah Pippins, and the Lady Wildcats have a 2-0 lead. Down the floor will come the Lady Bobcats trying to get the ball across the line. They will not. The ball is ripped away and taken away by Oak Ridge. With the basketball, Demetria Strickland. She works the ball to the right corner, can't save it. Goes out of bounds, last touched by the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats. Let's test the mics with Alex. Alex, getting set for this one. The Wildcats have a 2-0 lead. Scoreboard. As they work the ball down the floor, still having trouble with Alex's mic as they work the ball in the rear court. They get the ball across the line, 7:14 and counting here in the first quarter. And the Lady Bobcats have the basketball. They get a shot up, no good. Rebound to Central. They get a three off, it's up, good. 3-point shot by the Bobcats, and Oak Ridge currently trails it by a score of 3-2. Demetria with the basketball. Then she turns the ball over, taken away by Central. They can get a layup. Jenna blocks it, goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touched, I think, by, well, let's see if one of them called a foul, one of them called a clean block. It was the trailing official, I think, that called the foul. Let's see what they decide to do. 6:50 to play in the first quarter as the Wildcats are going to get possession, so obviously it was last touched by the Central Bobcats. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, moving left to right with it. 6:40 to play here in the first quarter. 3-2 Central in the lead. The basketball will come the Oak Ridge senior point guard, Demetria Strickland. She works the ball to the left, stops, gives it out to the top of the circle. Off it goes to Ulisha Mitchell. Mitchell works the ball to Bella. Bella can't control the pass. It was not a good one. It's knocked out of bounds, they say, by the Central Lady Bobcats. Here's a three from the right corner. It's up, no good. Bella had the rebound. Should have gone right back up with it. Elected not to, and works the ball top of the circle. Around it goes to Demetria. She's going to shoot a three. It's up, good. 3-point shot by Demetria Strickland, and the Lady Wildcats have the lead. 5-3 is our score as they work the ball down the floor. Yeah, I agree with that. Wasn't a good play, but the Lady Wildcats have rebounded the ball well so far to this point. Here's a reverse layup, hits the rim and goes in. Got to cut off that baseline, Alex Myers. Oak Ridge works it down the floor. The ball's loose on the baseline, backing it up once again. They work the ball out to the top of the circle. Here comes Jenna driving with it. Right side, Demetria. Another wide open three. It's up good. Demetria on fire to start the ball game, and it's 8-5. Oak Ridge in the lead. You're testing and testing. Here come the Wildcats. Down the floor goes Demetria into Jenna off the glass shot, and she has just scored her 500th career point in her career. Congratulations goes out to Jenna Johnson, who has now scored 500 career points and missed 14 games a year ago. Here comes Central down the floor. The Lady Wildcats in the lead, and there is a 10-second call against the Central Bobcats. And it'll be Oak Ridge basketball on their turnover. We are just underway. We're in the first quarter. We apologize. The scoreboard is not in operation right now. We'll try to get that going for you, or maybe we'll just take it off here as the Lady Wildcats lead it 8-5. Here comes Oak Ridge setting it up left side. Over goes to Ulisha Mitchell. Harassed at the midcourt line, dribbles out of trouble. Stops, needs some help. Got to get rid of it. Now does to Demetria Strickland. Demetria dribbles in, stops, gives it out. Driving with the basketball, number 22, Janiah Pippins cannot shoot from there, and the ball goes off the fingertips of Demetria. She works the ball to her right, comes back in front of the central bench. Thought about going inside to Jenna at the free throw line. Does now back to Demetria. Will she hit another three? This one's no good. Rebound to the Lady Bobcats. Back on defense goes Oak Ridge in a 10-5 ball game. The Wildcats, and the foul's going to be called. Alex, let's test your mic once again. Well, I think the trailing official made a mistake earlier, and he got corrected by another official. 10-7 is our score. Lady Wildcats currently right now, top of the key, dribbling with it. Over goes left side to Ulisha Mitchell. Works the ball to the left side to Demetria. Lady Wildcats try to go inside. That was turnover city, baby, in the PAL ball game. They try to get somebody right in the middle of the free throw line, and PAL converged on it and got turnover after turnover after turnover. And the Wildcats did the same right there. Here comes Central down the floor. Still in the rear court. They had a 10-second call just a moment ago as they work the ball to the midcourt line, yet to get it across. Now they will, and the Wildcats have a breakdown on defense. Then Demetria recovers and knocks it out of bounds. 3 minutes, 44 seconds to play here in this quarter. First quarter here from the Wildcat Arena. Live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. My name is David Clary as they work the ball in. Block shot. Looked like all ball once again. Did you see it differently, Alex? Shot is up and it's good. We had really, for the first time in a long time, we had really good officiating at PAL on Tuesday, I thought, honestly, as that tosses up good. And just like that, the Lady Wildcat lead is only one, 10-9 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Wildcats continue to try to work that play to the free throw line as Demetrius having trouble with her dribble, and she lost it again. It's another turnover. The Wildcats just had way too many turnovers. Oak Ridge should get a layup right here. And that shot is up, and it does roll in good. I think that was Sakari Stewart with the bucket, I think. And yes, it was Sakari with the bucket, and Oak Ridge has a 12-9 lead. Here comes Central down the floor once again. With it across the way will come number 2. That's Avery Brewer. She had 30 points against the Lady Wildcats in a game a year ago. Central trailing Oak Ridge 12-9 as we play here at the Wildcat Arena. They work the ball outside the three-point line. Wide open shot again. Deep three is up, no good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Pulling down the board will come the Lady Wildcats. Pushing it up the floor will come Pippins. Janiah lost the ball, grabs it, tried to reach in and get a jump ball. Timeout is asked for, I believe. Nope, it's just going to be an alternate possession, giving the ball over to Lady Bobcats. One thing that Oak Ridge has done here in the last couple ball games is turn the ball over, and they've done it a lot as they bring the ball down the floor. Central does, trailing Oak Ridge 12-9 as they work the ball. Top of the circle. They dribble in the paint. Great play. Intercepted pass by Oak Ridge. Coast to coast. Demetria Strickland off the glass. Good. Great defensive play there, Alex, by Demetria. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor with it. Will come Janiah Pippins inside to Jenna. Jenna shot is up. No good. And didn't really have a good angle on the glass there. And the Lady Wildcats give the ball back over once again. Out to the top Central with the basketball, a little breakdown on defense. Here's another block shot. They're going to have a late whistle. The far official, once again, that's Mr. Porter. He calls a foul, I believe, from way away from the ball, and that'll send Central to the free throw line. Sakari Stewart. Down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Driving with it will come Demetria, and she turns the ball over again. Wildcats forcing the ball. That's what they did at Powell. As Demetria comes in and commits a foul, that's what they did at Powell. They tried to get the ball to somebody standing at the free throw line, and there's just too many red shirts there, and they turned the ball over and over and over the other day. And I think they need to get it. It might be a play that works in practice, but I can tell you the last two ball games, Alex, it has not worked for them at all. Oak Ridge gets another opportunity. Shot goes off the rim. No good. Jenna with a nice rebound. Jenna was all over the boards the other day. Couldn't control it, though. And here comes Central down the floor. Lady Wildcats trying to set up their defense here. Look a little bit scattered. They lead it 14-10, I believe. As Central drives in, here's a shot from about 10. Good. That one goes in nicely. A little floater. And with 52 seconds to play here come the Lady Wildcats down the floor. Ridge got some early scoring from Demetria Strickland on the 3-point line. She's going to shoot another one from here. This one is no good. Rebound, Jenna Johnson. Jenna has the ball, works the ball left side. Here's a three again from the corner. It's up. No good. Rebounded by Demetria. She missed the shot, might have been partially rejected. Oak Ridge pulls down the offensive board and got hammered. I tell you, Central, probably the most aggressive Central girls team I've seen in a long, long while. 14-12 is our score here as they drop it down as they work the ball once again. They will try to work the ball in. Here comes Jenna with a little shot, missed it, comes over the back, got the rebound, goes right back off the glass. Good. Jenna Johnson, I don't know if you heard me say this a minute ago. Alex scored her 500th career court point just a few minutes ago as the Lady Wildcats watch Central bring the ball down the floor. They gambled a little bit, and the Wildcats get in the passing lane. We've got 6/10 of a second to go, 16-12. Oak Ridge in the lead. It'll be Central with the ball underneath the goal. Can't allow anything easy. They can just kind of catch it and shoot it. That's all they can do. Oh, that was too easy. As that shot is good. That was just not good defense by the Lady Wildcats. But they do lead 16-14 as we go to the second quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in a moment.
How do you say the name? TN Bank?
Nope.
Tin Bank?
Uh-uh.
So what is it?
10 Bank. 10, as in Tennessee. Right here where all our banking decisions are made. Not some corporate office in who knows where. 10 Bank partners with small businesses in our community to help them grow.
Really?
Yes, that's local banking from 10 Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks is our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
And the Lady Wildcats do have the ball. Thank you, Alex. As they work the ball across the line, the senior point guard, Demetria Strickland, works the ball to Sakari Stewart, comes out to the top and throws a bad pass. It's intercepted. One thing the Lady Wildcats have got to do better, and we saw this against Powell, they have got to not turn the ball over as much. They got to work hard for rebounds, and they get a free throw line jumper. That no good. Rebounded by Jenna, and she's fouled. Personal foul will be called against Central. Wildcats have got to value possessions. And Lady Wildcats just had almost 20 turnovers in the win somehow over Powell the other night. I know Coach Taylor is very kind of miffed with that a little bit, but they were able to win it as the Lady Wildcats bring the ball down the floor. They lead it 16-14. They work the ball top of the circle. Sakari with it once again, throws another bad pass, has two straight passes and two straight turnovers for Sakari Stewart. Central with the basketball. They can tie it right here. They miss it. Crashing the boards. There's block shot. The Wildcats have got to do better job as they're going to call it travel against Central. Wildcats cannot continue to try to throw the ball. That's what they did at Powell. I keep saying that. They kind of force it inside. And Central knows what they're going to do. They're going to converge, and they've turned the ball over several times as the Wildcats, with 7:13 to play in the second quarter, lead it by a score of 16-14. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor as they work the ball left side on almost another turnover. They've got to come out to greet the ball. Demetria tried to give it off to Sakari, this time on the left side. She's got to come meet the ball sometime as the ball is worked back inside. 16-14, Oak Ridge in the lead. Central wearing all red. The Wildcats want to lob it. As they work the ball, top of the circle, Ulisha Mitchell works the ball along the baseline. They're going to call, Porter calls an offensive foul. I guess she hooked her somehow, and that's another turnover over to the Central Bobcats. Oak Ridge's offense has gone a little stagnant all of a sudden. Here comes Oak Ridge, a little floater there. It's not a good shot. She didn't really plant. The Lady Wildcats are battling for a loose ball. They get a shot up, no good. And did he call a foul? I think he did. That's Scott Porter. I think it's his first name, Porter. He's from Campbell County. He's been officiating a long, long time in our association. Does football as well as Oak Ridge goes to the free throw line with Ulisha Mitchell. Toss on its way up there, no good. Lady Wildcats missed 10 free throws on Tuesday, had 20 turnovers, Alex, but still were able to win the ball game. Okay. They work the ball down the floor. Central does. Lady Wildcats got to get back on defense. Oak Ridge looks very scattered on defense. Here's a rebound by Jenna Johnson. Lady Wildcats aren't picking up their assignments real well. As Oak Ridge, that's another turnover. That's another turnover. Sakari gets the ball right back, and then she's tied up. The ball's loose. Sakari's got it. Lady Wildcats should get a layup. They miss it. On the rebound back to Oak Ridge. Back up. Good. Off the glass goes Janiyah Pippins, and the Lady Wildcats lead is back to 3 at 19-16. And here comes Central down the floor. Straight down the floor. They kick it out. Wide open 3. Wildcats are chasing on defense. I know Coach Taylor's not going to like that as the ball's knocked out of bounds, and I'm sure Porter will say it's Central's ball. 5 minutes, 39 seconds to play second quarter. 19-16 is our score. And let's see. It'll be Central with the basketball underneath the goal. 1916 Lady Wildcats yet to get it in. Now they do. Ball's worked in. They knocked out of bounds off the body of Demetria Strickland. Really nice play there by the Lady Bobcat. 5:37 to play, second quarter. Central basketball in front court. And it comes, midcourt line, top of the circle. She shovels it over for an off-balance three. It's off the mark, no good. Lady Wildcats, Evelyn Eubanks with the rebound. Here comes Oak Ridge running the floor with Jenna Johnson for the shot. No good. Gets her own rebound back up. Good. Jenna Johnson scores, and it's 21-16. The Lady Wildcats currently on top by 5. Here comes Central down the floor. Out quicking Oak Ridge to the spot. Long three, no good. The Lady Wildcats battling for the rebound. Central pulls it away. They shoot another long, deep three. It's no good. No rebounding again. There's a block shot by Jenna, knocked out of bounds. Evelyn Eubanks is about 6'2", 6'3". She should pull down a lot of rebounds, and hopefully she will. She did a really good job at the end of the Powell ball game, blocking shots and getting rebounds the other night as they work the ball top of the circle. 21-16, Oak Ridge in the lead. 4:52 to play. As they have another three in the left corner, it's open again. That's an air ball again. Wildcats can't get a rebound, though. It's one offensive rebound after another here. Lady Wildcats maintaining the lead, and they keep trying to deep threes, which haven't gone in. Lady Wildcats got to extend a little bit, I think. 4:35 to play, second quarter. Central basketball, and then a timeout is asked for by the Lady Bobcats. We'll take it with them. Oak Ridge in the lead, 21-16. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 30 seconds.
Test, test.
Washboard Wash and Fold Laundry Service in Oak Ridge is not your typical laundromat. Drop off your dirty laundry today and see for yourself.
Test,
You'll
test,
have
test.
the freshest, cleanest hung and folded laundry around. Do you need delivery? We can do that for you. Washboard Wash and Fold is also a trusted partner for all your commercial laundry needs. Here at Washboard Wash and Fold Laundry, we are proud of being voted the best in Anderson County. Located at 113 Robertsville Road, just a stone throw from Oak Ridge High School. Hey, don't wait until you're down to your last clean item. Drop them off today.
Test, test. Mark, let me know if that works.
21-16 is our score. Lady Wildcats. We're working on Alex's mic here. Could share a mic, I guess, as Central will try to work the ball in. Yet to do it. Now they do. And we're underway once again. Lady Wildcats have Jenna Johnson in the ball game. Ulisha Mitchell is in the game. Demetria Strickland is in the ball game. Janiyah Pippins and Evelyn Eubanks. 4:21 and counting, second quarter. Good defense by Oak Ridge. Ball deflected back in the rear court and intercepted by Oak Ridge. Demetria drives in, lost the ball out of bounds. Good hustle play by Central. To say they originally gave the ball to Central, and then he's going to change his mind, and it will be the proper call. We got either a young official, well, not in terms of chronological age, but kind of an inexperienced official. And I like the fact that the three of them got together and made the right call. That was the right call. The ball did go off Oak Ridge out of bounds. Central with the basketball, top of the circle. The players were open. She thought about doing another wide three. She's going to do it. And she hits it. I don't know. You got to extend out there. 21-19 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor quickly. Wildcats about to turn the ball over. Here's another jump ball. Wildcats just cannot haphazardly turn the ball over like that. And it's maddening to watch sometimes. I know they're young, but you just got to be a little bit more careful. You can't panic, and they didn't panic against Powell for sure. As you see the bottom part of the court here, is Central will work the ball across the line, setting it up, and working the ball outside the line. There's a wide open person on the left block. Let's see if she can shoot over Jenna. No, they get a shot from the elbow. It's up, no good. And then another rebound. They're killing us on the glass. 21. Another offensive rebound. They've got a ton of those. And the Wildcats work the ball back out. And they get a three off. And here it is. High arcing shot. No good. Rebound to the Central Bobcats. Wildcats kind of panicked on an open shot there. 21-21 the score. The Wildcats just a moment ago led by 5. Not doing good work on the glass for sure. 21-21, 3:05 to play here in the first half. Central ball outside the three-point line. Avery Brewer, good player for the Central Bobcats, had a great game a year ago against Oak Ridge. They get a free throw line jumper in the lead. She hits it, no good. Jenna's got the rebound, tips it, saves it, dribbles out of there with it. Jenna is really the only one getting the boards here in the first half, and that's the way it was at Powell. Here comes Oak Ridge. No room there at all. I don't know. It was 3 red shirts and only 2 white shirts, and they went to the sideline. There was just no room over there.
Well,
And the Wildcats turned the ball over.
And David, it wasn't. I mean, like you said, Jenna's the only one on the board. She brings the ball up, and there's absolutely no one coming to help. I mean, it's like the way Wildcats offensively, it's like they're shell shocked. Like they're just kind of standing around, and I don't know. They just
work on your mic once again. There's 2:28 to play here. You're cutting out big time as Central dribbles in, kicks the ball to a 3-point shooter who's wide open and knocks it down. And it's now 21-24. Wildcats, they had Evelyn early, didn't get the ball to her. Wildcats work it to Jenna, back to Demetria, shoots a 3. Boy, they need it. In and out, no good. Rebound to Jenna Johnson, turns, spins, shoots, no good, draws the foul. I believe Jenna will go to the free throw line. Foul called against the Bobcats. They're going to rule her in the act of shooting. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just going to be Oak Ridge's ball underneath the goal. 24-21, Central on top. Wide open threes. Here comes a double team. Here comes a shot from the left wing. It's up. No good. Jenna saves it. Jenna's been all over the floor. Here's a shot. There's a foul. It's a shooting violation, and Demetria will go to the free throw line. If not for the rebounding of Jenna Johnson, the Wildcats would be really in some trouble.
Yeah.
This on the glass, especially on the offensive side.
Yeah.
Strickland goes to the free throw line once again.
No doubt.
She's about to score her 500 point, and she does. The Lady Wildcats are back within 2 at 24-22. Lady Wildcats down by 2. Demetria back to the free throw line. She'll have another one here. Lady Wildcats have Janiyah Pippins in the ball game. Elisha Mitchell, Demetria Strickland, as I mentioned. Free throws up, in and out, no good. Tipped and taken away by the Lady Bobcats, and the Wildcats steal it because they commit a foul. Oak Ridge down by 2. Central, as we mentioned, has only beaten Oak Ridge one time ever. As the Lady Bobcats have the basketball, Oak Ridge has Evelyn Eubanks in the ball game. Jenna Johnson still in. Here's a steal by Jenna. Lady Wildcats don't really have the numbers. Jenna's going to come coast to coast with it, take it off the glass, and missed it. Rebounded by Central. She was under heavy pressure for sure, as Central has the basketball. Lady Wildcats down by 2, 24-22. It's been the Jenna Johnson show defensively, and that's about it. As they work the ball top of the key, Neely is still there. Here's a right elbow shot again. It's wide open. Shot is good. Lady Wildcats are chasing, and you know what that means. They're not really getting set, as Oak Ridge had a 3 there. They want to pull up and shoot it. Here's Jenna driving the baseline. It's up, no good. So in the paint, goes up for the shot. Good. And she's fouled. Jenna Johnson, give her credit. She has shown up to play here. She's having to do about everything in this game. Lady Wildcat will go to the free throw line. We're live at the Wildcat Arena. The boys game will follow. Oak Ridge down 26-24, and Jenna looks tired. She's coming off of major surgery. You can see if you're watching it on YouTube that, she's got that big heavy brace on. She goes to the free throw line for the Lady Wildcats. Tosses up, and it is no good. Demetria then knocks the ball out of bounds.
I can't blame her for being tired. She's the most aggressive one, at times seeming like the only aggressive one. Strickland has played well for the Wildcats too, Dave, but I like on that second attempt, she went off 2 feet. She's getting some contact, finally got the call, but if you're going to get hit a little bit, it's much easier as a shooter to go off 2 feet when you're driving towards the hole if you're going to absorb contact.
There's a push on the part of Oak Ridge, Elisha Mitchell. That'll be a personal foul against Oak Ridge. 1:04 to play, second quarter, 26-24. Lady Bobcats in the lead. They'll work it in from the baseline. The Wildcats are going to substitute. Wildcats are going to get new player in the ball game, and that's going to be Honesty Thompson coming into the contest. And working out, 3-point line. For that, whistle blows, and there's going to be a moving screen, I do believe, called against the Lady Bobcats, and Oak Ridge will get the basketball side court with 59 seconds to play in the first half. 26-24 is our score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. With the basketball will come Demetria Strickland. As you can tell, it's gone silent in the gym. Demetria works the ball left corner. Sakari pulls up and shoots. No good. Rebound Jenna. Jenna wanted to go up with it and might have come over the back to commit the personal foul. And that'll give the ball back to Central. Nobody else really contributing at this point besides Jenna and Demetria. Central will bring the ball down the floor. They lead Oak Ridge by 2. Can't really remember many times where I can say the Central Lady Bobcats lead Oak Ridge this late in the ball game. They've only beaten us once. There's a wide open 3 in the corner again. It's up, no good, no rebound. There, the ball's kicked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. They were going to have the rebound there, Central was, but Wildcats kind of got in the way and then knocked it out. We've got to do a better job at boxing out, Alex.
Yeah, and I don't know, Dave. Sorry, Mark Hayes leaves us for one game, and it's total calamity here at the Wildcat Arena from a technical standpoint.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor after the missed shot. Here comes Evelyn. Evelyn off the glass, shot good, and bucket counts. And Evelyn Eubanks will go to the free throw line, and we are tied at 26-26. And Evelyn will go to the charity stripe to try to give Oak Ridge the lead. Oak Ridge has had the biggest leads in the ball game. Oak Ridge is led by as many as 5, 21-16. We're currently tied 26-26. She missed the free throw, can't get her own rebound, and here come the Lady Bobcats. Evelyn missed a couple free throws the other day as Central has the basketball. They get a 3 off. It is no good. Rebounded by Jenna with 10. Here come the Lady Wildcats coming down the floor. Wildcats don't have much time. Here comes Oak Ridge, coast to coast. 3-pointer at the buzzer. No good as the first quarter comes to a close right now. 26-26 is our score. We are live here at the Wildcat Arena. District 3 action here. We'll take a break. We'll send it back. We'll work on the stats. We'll work on Alex's mic. 26-26 our score. We'll be back in 5 minutes. They say that being a coach's wife is hard, but Laura Lynn Green, wife of Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green, and a local State Farm insurance agent, makes buying insurance easy for you. Auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, health, and much more. Laura Lynn Green's office is located at 136 Marquette Road in Oak Ridge. Give her a call today at 483-5666 or say hello to her courtside at any Oak Ridge High School basketball game. She might be a coach's wife, but she was a Wildcat fan first. For State Farm Insurance, call Laura Lynn Green in Oak Ridge.
Main Street Lofts, a premier rental community in the
or a weekend warrior, we've got you covered for sports injuries and beyond. At KOC Oak Ridge, we're committed to providing orthopedic excellence in this region. We strive to treat our patients with the respect and understanding they deserve. And we're a proud supporter of the Wildcats since 1979.
Washboard Wash and Fold Laundry Service is designed to assist customers providing a cost-effective means to having their clothes cleaned and processed. Our wash and fold attendants strive to meet the trust placed on them using a variety of fabric cleaning products of the customer's choice. Our customers have the choice of same-day wash, dry, and fold, or another date that fits their schedule. The Washboard Wash and Fold drop-off service is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're located at 113 Robertsville Road in Oak Ridge. After hours, the drop-off box is available for the customers who work late or need to be to work before 8 a.m. We offer our services to an array of the Oak Ridge community, working parents, persons working extended hours, and local businesses. We are proud of our service to ORHS and other local schools and associations. If time is not an issue, stop by and use the self-service laundry at Bob's Washboard Laundry at 113 Robertsville Road in Oak Ridge. Call our staff at 865-951-3237 for any questions you may have.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
You've worked hard to build your business, and we want to help you protect it. The team at Fox Insurance Group believes your business deserves the expertise of a local insurance agent. With business insurance from Todd Fox at Fox Insurance Group and Encova Insurance, you can make sure your business stays up and running no matter what happens. If you own a business, make sure it's fully protected by contacting Fox Insurance Group. Visit www.grayfoxins.com or call 865-482-0513.
ORUD Natural Gas is proud to offer our customers a product that saves money, provides consistent service, and is a clean energy source. You can save over $1,000 on your annual utility bills when you make the switch to natural gas for heating, cooking, and clothes drying. ORUD is your one-stop shop. We sell and install gas appliances for our customers and make it easy to add your bill with our 0% interest financing. Learn more about how much you can save at ORUD.org. 10 Bank helps build our community so we can continue to win together. 10 Bank, member FDIC.
Mortgage Investors Group at the Oak Ridge office. We love our community and Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. We pride ourselves in taking the same winning tradition in helping you find the perfect mortgage loan for your family. Ask for Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, or Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
Now back to the Fox Insurance Group Oak Ridge Wildcat Football live stream on YouTube. Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency. Fox Insurance Group Oak Ridge.
Testing, testing, testing. David, you should be able to hear me now. I still hear the echo, and unfortunately, I've got as many solutions as the world does to crime. There's nothing. I don't know. I think you just need to take it.
Oak Ridge High School basketball, the Lady Wildcats in a 26-26 ball game here at the Wildcat Arena. The two teams are back out at here in a second, so we'll have the second half. Wildcats had way too many turnovers, Alex.
Turnovers, and the other thing about it is that you just got to be aggressive. You can play. You're never going to play a perfect game, right? You're never going to go out and hit 100% of your shots. You're never going to go out hardly and ever not turn the ball over. You can make mistakes and still be playing winning basketball. But above all else, you have to play hard. And Coach Page's teams, they always play hard. That's not the problem necessarily tonight. They're just not aggressive. There's a difference between playing hard and playing aggressive. And the Wildcats, the Lady Wildcats always play hard, and they usually always play aggressive. Tonight, Central has been the more aggressive team. I think they certainly need to flip that script. Just looking at the huddle, Oak Ridge is kind of quiet right now. Central's smiling, laughing with their coach. They look very confident, and why wouldn't they be? That's not normally the case when these two teams get into the squared circle, as you will, to face off on a basketball court. And it's the case tonight. The Lady Wildcats have almost looked half asleep. I don't want to say that too strongly, but they've got to be the more aggressive team. As much as we've talked about how great Central has played, Dave, and I'll finish with this, the score's tied. The Lady Wildcats have the better team, but they've just got to put it together in the second half, and they've got to sort of assert their dominance, I think, and say, hey, this is our house. You're not going to come in here and be the team that plays harder.
Alex's mic once again. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball as we start play here in the second half, and Lady Wildcats come out with Jenna Johnson along with Demetria Strickland, along with Ulisha Mitchell in the ball game. Janiah Pippins as well. Lady Wildcats will be moving from right to left. We apologize for this. We have trouble at home. That's our most our difficulties happen when we are at the Wildcat Arena. We go in a different route to do the ball games. We go through the school system. As the Lady Wildcats, I'm sure, have gotten a nice little firm conversation with their head coach as Oak Ridge can't control the pass. Wasn't a bad pass, just went off the fingertips of Janiah Pippins out of bounds, and Central will get the basketball. 7:51 to play third quarter, 26-26 our score, as the Lady Wildcats on defense here, putting a little pressure in the rear court. Central trying to get the ball across the midcourt line, and they do, driving with it to the left corner. They'll set it up once again. As they miss the shot, Jenna has the rebound coming down the floor. Jenna Johnson across the midcourt line. It's not force anything as Demetria works the ball in, kicks the ball. There's a wide open three. It's on its way. Good. That's a pretty shot from the outside by Janiah Pippins, and Oak Ridge has the lead again, 29-26. It's good to get her involved in the offense as they work the ball down the floor. Lady Wildcats got to get back on defense. Here's a three, and it's up. That's an air ball, no good. Evelyn on the rebound. Wildcat basketball. Here they come down the floor leading by 3. Demetria, once again to Janiah Pippins. Back to Demetria. They're going to give her a little bit of a look. They kick it out for another 3. It's up. No good. Jenna's got the rebound. Goes inside. Nice pass. Evelyn Eubanks off the glass. Good. And the Lady Wildcats now lead at 31-26. And Central will bring the ball down the floor. Then they'll turn the ball over. All of a sudden, Oak Ridge playing with a little more intensity. Alex?
They are, and I think part of attack you defensively, and that's where typically, historically, as a program, as Oak Ridge launches a three,
here comes the shot for 3. It's in and out, no good. Missed by the Lady Bobcats. We apologize for Alex's mic. It just keeps continuing to fade in and fade out, as you can hear, as they work the ball top of the circle. No real rhyme or reason for it as they work the ball top of the key. Oak Ridge in the lead, 31-26. We're in the third quarter of this District 3 ball game here at the Wildcat Arena. Central basketball. Wildcats working hard on defense. Almost picked up her pivot foot there. They work the ball top of the circle. Here comes a long pass across the perimeter. Wildcats have extended their defense out a bit. Avery Brewer, we talked about how good of a player she is, and they've got some really good ones. They've got 6 or 7 seniors on the team, and we only have 2, and that's a big difference right there as they work the ball top of the circle. Here's nearly a steal by Ulisha Mitchell, saved on the floor by Central. Oak Ridge playing much better defense here. They get a shot up, no good. Rebound on the floor. Central gets it. Block shot. Jenna's got the rebound. Wildcat ball. Here it comes down the floor to Demetria Strickland. Demetria works the ball all the way to the left side. working inside the paint. There's Jenna, free throw line jumper is no good. Just wouldn't fall for. Alex, you're back on with us.
Well, we hope I'm back on with us, Dave, as Central swings the ball around the horn, and we'll see if I'm back on, am I?
Yep, you're gone again as they work the ball top of the circle. Off it goes for a three-point shot. Missed that time by Scout Horner. Rebounded again by Central. Up again and good. Once again, they have killed us on the glass, on the offensive glass, as Oak Ridge brings the ball down the floor with Ulisha Mitchell. Ulisha drives in. As she made her approach, a foul is going to be called against the Central Bobcats. 4:57 to play, third quarter, 31-28. Oak Ridge in the lead. Lady Wildcats playing with Demetria Strickland, Jenna Johnson, Evelyn Eubanks, along with Janiyah Pippins as the Wildcats try to work the ball in. The ball is knocked out by Central. Oak Ridge also has, let's see, I think I've got about everybody, as Demetria will try to work the ball in. Has got to do it soon. And she does finally. It's a nice feed, but she missed the shot. Jenna has the rebound, back up with it. Good. Jenna Johnson hits the bucket, and it's 33-28. The Lady Wildcats back on top by 5. Central with the basketball, moving left to right as we play here in the third period. Wildcats about to get a set of trap. They get a steal. Nice play, Oak Ridge. Ulisha Mitchell with it. Works the ball down the floor. Wildcats setting up their offense. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Central. Oak Ridge on top by a score of 33-28. 4 minutes, 32 seconds to play in the third quarter. Oak Ridge trying to go 2-0 in the district, trying to go 5-0 on the year as Oak Ridge works the ball into Demetria Strickland. Demetria at the midcourt line. Once again, swings it. Oh, nice pass. Inside for the shot. Good. Didn't think the shot was going to drop in initially, and the Lady Wildcats have their biggest lead. It's now 35-27 with 4:15 to play as the Lady Bobcats bring the ball down the floor. Wildcats a little bit more intense on defense. They've extended it out against these three-point shooters who have continued to knock down shots against the Lady Wildcats. 35-27 the score, Central ball. They've taken a lot of shots. They've missed a lot, but they've hit a few. And rebounding has been a major, major concern. They work the ball, top of the circle, dribbling in. Once again, dribbling, stopping, three-pointer. On its way, good. Three-point shot, so Lady Wildcats give up another one of those, and here they come down the floor. Here comes Central, setting it up. Here's a three, no good. Now the Wildcats have the rebound. Jenna with it. They have an opportunity for a layup on the other end. Here it is, good. Lady Wildcat lead is now 37-28 after what I thought was a made three. It was not. Lady Wildcats in the lead by 9. Here they come down the floor once again. Here comes a quick three, clang. That's not even clang. It's an air ball. Jenna saves it in. Unfortunately, to the Central Bobcats, they missed a shot. Jenna has got another rebound. Jenna coming down the floor. Works the ball quickly across the way to the left side. Here comes a little baseline jumper. It is no good. Rebounded by Central with 2:50 to play in the third quarter. And Oak Ridge on top 37-28 with the basketball once again. And once again, they'll set it up once again. Backing it up once again. Here comes a missed shot. Rebounded for a moment by Evelyn Eubanks, saved by Central. They'll shoot another three. It's no good. Way off the mark, and Central gets the rebound again. Here comes another quick three, another miss. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Now Central panicking a little bit as the wall is worked in the rear court, saved away by Ulisha Mitchell. Ulisha works the ball left side. A little baseline jumper is good. Lady Wildcats. And why is Central not called a timeout? He finally does, as the Lady Wildcats have their biggest lead. It's now 39-28. We'll take a break with them. We'll send it back once again. Oak Ridge in the lead. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Test.
They say that being a coach's wife is hard, but Laura Lynn Green, wife of Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green, and a local State Farm insurance agent, makes buying insurance easy for you. Auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, health, and much more. Laura Lynn Green's office is located at 136 Marquette Road in Oak Ridge. Give her a call today at 483-5666 or say hello to her courtside at any Oak Ridge High School basketball game. She might be a coach's wife, but she was a Wildcat fan first. For State Farm Insurance, call Laura Lynn Green in Oak Ridge.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. Lady Wildcats in the lead 39-28. Lady Wildcats just a few moments ago were trailing in the ball game, but Oak Ridge has put on a furious, fast-paced, bit of scoring here, and Central has been just jacking up threes and missing them. And then they turn the ball over. Lady Wildcats threw it right in the teeth of the defense. Central goes in for the shot. No good. Another missed shot rebounded by Jenna Johnson. Here's the home run pass. Complete. She can't pick it up. Now she does. Picks it up in the corner. Demetria does. Ball's loose on the floor. Lady Wildcats scramble for it. And what are they going to say? They're going to come over to the scores table and say there's going to be a shove and a push against Central. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. And once again, it'll be the Lady Wildcats with the basketball. All of a sudden, Oak Ridge is in the lead 39-28. To work the ball in will be Ulisha Mitchell. And it comes to Demetria Strickland. Lady Wildcats by 11 with 1:38 to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats work it inside for a shot off the glass. Good. Off the glass goes Janiah Pippins, and Lady Wildcats are now up 41-28. It has been a dramatic turnaround here in the third quarter, as they're going to call a reach-in personal foul. It'll be Central basketball. They'll have it side court. Alex?
Yeah, Dave, it's been a heck of a third quarter run that the Lady Wildcats have been on, and that mindset flip. This has been a totally different quarter than we've seen the first two out of this team.
Yeah, Central has only scored 2 points this entire quarter, as Lady Wildcats are getting another steal, might get a layup on the other end. They work the ball quickly. Here it is off the glass. Good, and they do. And Oak Ridge leads it now 43-28. And down the floor once again will come the Central Lady Bobcats. They've scored 2 points the entire quarter, and the Lady Wildcats have scored a ton as the ball's knocked out of bounds. It was 26-26 at the half, and now it's 43-28.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden, Central's the one who looks like shell shot. They're not getting rebounds. They can't get shots to fall. And Oak Ridge, as they typically do when they have success, they've started this run out on the defensive end.
Here comes a three-point. Well, she didn't take the shot. She's going to drive in. Evelyn tried to block it, didn't get in her way, and it's going to be good. And it's 43-30. Oak Ridge by 13. We're down to 30 seconds to play here as Jenna gets it at that free throw line. She shoots from there and good. Got a little bit more towards the elbow that time, and the shot drops in, and Oak Ridge has a 15-point lead. Here's another steal. Jenna's got a layup, and it's up, and it's good. It's now 47-30, the score, with 10 seconds to play. They have only scored 4 points this entire quarter. Oak Ridge has outscored them and by a score of 21-4. As they get a shot off, it won't count as the quarter comes to a close. One more quarter of basketball for the Lady Wildcats. Oak Ridge in the lead, 47-30. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter in 60 seconds.
Enjoy an extraordinary apartment living experience at Main Street Lofts in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. You will find extravagance, comfort, and convenience at its finest. Located within minutes of local shops, restaurants, and entertainment, Main Street Lofts offers residents an unprecedented location. Enjoy luxury modern features that include granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, and a washer and dryer in every apartment home. Schedule a tour or view floor plans today at themainstreetlofts.com. It's time to love where you live.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. The fourth and final quarter will get underway here. The Lady Wildcats in the lead 47-30. As we said, it was 26-26 at the half. The Lady Wildcats outscored them 21-4 in the third period and have a big lead over the Lady Bobcats in this district ball game. Something totally flipped with the Lady Wildcats. They started making plays, and as you said a minute ago, Alex, their offense just got going because of their defense.
It did, and that's what this Lady Wildcat basketball program is, and here it is again.
As Lady Wildcats do get the steal, they set it up top of the circle, inside the arc, shot partially rejected. Here comes Central down the floor. They'll try to get it across the line. Dimitri almost got a steal, saved on the floor by the Lady Bobcats. I tell you what the difference is, what they were not doing in the first half. Central was playing very comfortably. They were kind of going at a tempo they wanted to go. But since the Wildcats have sped them up, they are panicking, taking quick shots, jacking up bad shots, and just not doing the things they were doing before. And you got to credit that defense. Here's a shot from in the paint. Good. 47-32 the score. Here come the Lady Wildcats down the floor. 7:14 to play in the ball game. 47-32. Lady Wildcats trying to go 5-0 on the year. Demetria dribbles right side, stops, goes back door, goes inside to Jenna, spinning shot in the paint. Good. Jenna Johnson scores, and it's now 49-32. And Jenna's starting to look like Jenna. Alex Myers.
Yeah, I thought that earlier too. Defensively, she's been able to get rebounds all year, but now she's starting to take the ball forecourt, coast to coast, become the guard in transition on offense after the defense. And now she's starting to do a better job of finishing off 2 feet, going up strong with confidence around the rim.
Evelyn works the ball in. Jenna's shot is off the glass. Good assist there by Evelyn Eubanks, and the Lady Wildcats have a 51-32 lead. And here comes another steal for a moment by Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats are going to get it. Here comes Demetria. Lady Wildcats have Jenna. Jenna goes in back to the right side of Demetria. She can't control the pass, but the Lady Wildcats maintain possession. Jenna gets a screen, gets a shot off, rolls off the rim, no good. Got a screen that time, took a crash down right below the rim as they put up a shot, no good. There's going to be a foul called against Oak Ridge. Let's see if Jenna's okay on the other end of the floor.
I think she is. It was scary. She came up without being contacted, but she's holding her left leg, not the one with the brace on around her calf. I'm hoping that maybe it's just a cramp.
Well, she's played most of the ball game as the Central Lady Bobcats will go to the line. Oak Ridge in the lead, 51-32. First free throws up, and it is no good.
And I want to comment on Sakari Stewart's effort defensively on that last possession. Not only did she strip the ball, did she fight for a loose ball, she got on the ground for it, and just multiple tremendous efforts by her.
The Lady Wildcats down the floor after the missed shots. Here comes Oak Ridge with it. Demetria is going to take the shot. It banks in good for three. Demetria hits the three-pointer, and the Lady Wildcats now just running away with it. Who would have thought? I mean, it was 16-14 after one quarter, 26-26 at the half, and then all of a sudden, as there's another missed shot by Central, and all of a sudden now the Lady Wildcats are routing them. It's now 54-32.
And I want to give a shout-out. You hear the oohs and ahs in the background. Oak Ridge, you got a little bit of a student section right now, and we'll take credit for this. A few of the prep radio members, as the Oak Ridge misses a shot, here comes Strickland, and she's going to be hammered and go to the line for two shots, excuse me. One of the Malcody brothers is over there. Prep radio members Caleb Riker, Bashawn Knowles over there, Adam Washington, another football Wildcat over here cheering on the Lady Wildcats. You always love to see that. Dallas Frent in the building cheering his Lady Wildcats on. That's always a cool thing to see when other sports support other sports.
I'm just glad the sound is working perfectly, although some people say it is and some people say it's not, but I tested it while you were talking, and it sounds pretty good to me as Oak Ridge leads at 54-32. I want to remind everybody that, you mentioned Bashawn Knowles. He'll be playing in the All-Star game tomorrow at Sevier County High School, along with Brandon Hayward, Price Davis, DeJavis Dozier is there, Elijah Bradley. The Wildcats have 5 of their varsity football players, and it'll be on ABC on Channel 6 tomorrow. and that'll be tomorrow night. We'll hope you'll tune in for that. Love to see our guys getting some exposure in an all-star game, as Demetria, kind of favoring her left ankle, is going to come out of the ball game.
Yeah, you do love seeing that, and I mean, so many. I still, not that this is sour grapes. I don't understand how, as an offensive player, the Javis Dozier can get voted region MVP, yet not win the region offensive player of the year. That doesn't make sense to me. But I guess you spread the wealth around.
Would you rather be MVP or offensive player of the year?
I mean, it just seems like those awards would go hand in hand. But certainly every player that won an award had great season.
Anybody with a Cardinal and gray jersey, I'm happy. But I think there's just entirely too many players that make that all-region team. I mean, there's just way.
And then no offense to anybody who got this, but there was like multiple honorable mentions, and it seems like about half the team. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I'm glad we had so many of them. As Central turns the ball over, it has been all Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge leads 54-32, 5:13 to play. The boys' game will follow. We'll have the stats here. I guess they're accurate and up to date. We'll read those at the end, and we'll let you speak to the head coach of the Lady Wildcats, Coach Paige Taylor, as Oak Ridge gets a shot up. Good. And scoring inside, I think that was Pippins. I took my eye off it just for a second, and the Lady Wildcat lead is now 56-32. They have only scored just a few points here. They get a bucket there. They haven't even scored 10 points the second half, Mark, or actually whatever your name is, Alex.
No, if my name was Mark, we wouldn't have had these technical difficulties. They only scored 8 points. It was 26-26 at the half. Oak Ridge has outscored Central 30-8 since that point. Foul in the backcourt. Oak Ridge will retain possession. 4:33 to go. That score 56-34. And Dave, if people at home could see how much money and technology we have laid out trying to get things to work, and then see how we're actually broadcasting right now, it's you got to find the dark humor in these bad situations.
I want to remind everybody, between ball games, and that's coming up in about 5 minutes or so, we're going to have, as we've got perfect sound on the stream now, we're going to have the ceremony taking place. There's a 3 on its way of the 1973-74 Lady Wildcats, the first team ever. Timeout is asked for. Let's take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. They say that being a coach's wife is hard, but Laura Lynn Green, wife of Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green, and a local State Farm insurance agent, makes buying insurance easy for you. Auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, health, and much more. Laura Lynn Green's office is located at 136 Marquette Road in Oak Ridge. Give her a call today at 483-5666 or say hello to her courtside at any Oak Ridge High School basketball game. She might be a coach's wife, but she was a Wildcat fan first. For State Farm Insurance, call Laura Lynn Green in Oak Ridge. And we appreciate all of our sponsors who are going to be with us most of the year during the course of our football and basketball season. On the basketball side of things, we got the Fox Insurance Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Main Street Lofts, Washboard, Wash and Fold, Jamie Brooks for Anderson County Chancellor. We also have the Oak Ridge Utility District, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, and the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. Lady Wildcats in the lead currently, 56-37. Another timeout is asked for. I was talking with a member of the 73-74 Lady Wildcats just the other day, and they're hoping to have 12 of the 13 players off of that team from 50 years to be recognized here in a few short moments. That's incredible.
No, it really is. And and I've even seen family members of former players and former coaches, and that's a special thing. And we do a lot of Oak Ridge sports. You do especially more than anyone, and that's one of the things growing up that always that I revered about Oak Ridge athletics, even before I even got to high school. Just as a youth playing boys and girls club stuff, is just the family atmosphere and how much tradition and past teams and history. How much they're revered and how much respect they were treated with. And doing this tonight, it's certainly another great honor, and I'm glad they're doing it.
Here comes a home run pass down the floor for the Lady Wildcats. They're going to get a layup. Lady Wildcats, Jenna threw one down the floor, and the Lady Wildcats scored, and it's now 58-37. Of course, unfortunately, Siddhartha Van, who was the first head coach of the Lady Wildcats. She passed away a few years ago. She will not obviously be in attendance here, but her husband, her daughter, and her grandkids will all be here as Oak Ridge has the ball leading 58-37. And, several of those players from 50 years ago. And they played that half-court brand of basketball back in the day. Have you ever seen that played at all, Alex?
I haven't, but my mom played 1 year of high school basketball, and I guess that would have been, I don't know, my mom probably wouldn't like me mentioning this, but it was the late 70s, and she mentioned that they played in skirts when she played. She played at a private school, but she mentioned that she played in her lone year that it was a half-court style.
Missed shot, rebounded by a great hustle play by Jenna Johnson. Here comes Oak Ridge running the floor. Evelyn Eubanks goes in for the shot. Good. Really nice play there by Evelyn.
Really nice up and under play. She's starting to play with a little more confidence tonight. Not a ton of minutes, but the minutes she's been in there offensively, she's been able to put up a couple shots.
I'm telling you, she earned those minutes in the Powell ball game. In the last 2 minutes of that game, she had several rebounds, several block shots were crucial to get the Lady Wildcats to win. Here's another steal by Oak Ridge's defense. I think, as we normally see here, and there's a turnover though, but as we normally see in ball games like this, Alex, I think Lady Wildcats have just worn these girls down.
They have, and they just have so many quality. There's one thing to have depth, and there's a totally different thing to have quality depth. And Oak Ridge has quality depth, and they kind of like the boys team we talked about earlier in the year. They just have so many bodies that they can throw at you that even if somebody's not having the greatest night, they can come in and give you a few minutes of great effort. Whereas another team, you have to have your top 5 players really playing well, because the people that come in after there, it's just such a drop off in talent.
Missed shot rebounded by Janiah Pippins. Here's Jenna off the glass, right-handed, good. Jenna's having a good night. Look over the stat sheet and see how many Jenna has, but I know the Wildcats are on top 62-37. And here comes Central down the floor, and they'll try to set it up once again. We're with you live here on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Friday or Tuesday, here's a missed shot rebounded by Evelyn Eubanks. Down the floor it goes to Jenna Johnson. So Evelyn playing a lot of minutes here today. This is the most she's played all year. As the two teams are going to let the benches clear, and they're going to get all their substitute players into the ball game. Paige Lawing's coming into the game. Emma Chesson is coming into the ball game for the Lady Wildcats. Let's see. I mentioned earlier, getting Honesty Thompson is coming in to the ball game as a timeout was asked for. But go ahead, Alex.
20. John Ulrich stats, if these are wrong, I didn't count them up. He thinks they're right. Usually when John does them, they are. He says that Jenna has 20. Sure seems like that's a loud 20. It seems like I was thinking she probably had close to 30 points tonight, but 20 may be more accurate. I don't think she hasn't had a 3 ball, so you're counting by 2s. It's going a little slower. But tonight, Jenna, this seems like the Jenna we expected to see when fully healthy, and it's such a good thing to see her sort of feeling like she's playing and feels like herself.
She wasn't like herself this past Tuesday, and I think, honestly, it was Powell where she was injured, where she tore her ACL, and I think just going back to that gym had to be very emotional and very draining, actually, as Lady Wildcats have the basketball with 1:29 to play, leading 62-37. Ball's knocked out of bounds because of a personal foul. Lady Wildcats also have Anaya Hayward-Tharp in the ball game. That is Brandon Hayward's little sister in the ball game, and we haven't had a lot of these games here. Most of the games the Lady Wildcats have played this year have been tight as Oak Ridge works it into Paige, and Paige Lawing is going to be tied up. The alternate possession era will give the ball right back to Oak Ridge. 1:22 to play. We haven't had a whole lot of these this year, and it's great to see these young players get a chance to play.
It really is, and as a player on the bench, you practice just as hard as the starters do, and you don't get many minutes, but when you do, it's such a rewarding. When you look at these girls out here, they're smiling, and these girls are just as important to this team for what they provide in practice. The scout team looks they get to go up against, and so, hey, this is like the icing on the cake. This is the reward for those guys, and let me tell you, nobody in this gym wants them to score more than their teammates on the bench that watch them work hard in practice.
Central ball, 62-37. We're getting close to a minute to go in the ball game. Here's a shot by Central. It's up no good. Paige Lawing had the rebound. Going to be knocked out by Central. Headed for a victory. The Lady Wildcats are going to remain undefeated. They'll go to 5-0 on the year. They'll go to 2-0 on the year in the district. They won't play another district game till January the 9th when they travel to Halls. Halls back in our district, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. We lost West, who was with us for 2 years, and regained Halls after so many years. As Page has the ball in the paint, wanted to shoot, will not. Works the ball inside. Here comes one, no good. You can see the Oak Ridge bench, as you said, just erupt, hoping she was going to get that shot to fall. Central brings the ball down the floor. It's going to be stolen away by Oak Ridge. Then a foul called. I think they're going to call it against
Central.
Yeah, I know. I was going to give the player's name. I think
that's what separates you from me. One of the many things.
As here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, as the Lady Wildcats are headed for a victory, 62-37 the score. Appreciate our camera guys today. We have Titus Fetters. We have with us John Ulrich and Ben George, as we'll be switching roles in a second. Hopefully John will be down there doing his duty between games and getting some good filming. If not, maybe you'll go down there as that shot is up. It's no good. Rebounded. Paige had it off her fingertips. Couldn't quite control it.
David,
a lot better.
Oak Ridge has outscored them 36 to 11.
And that's your final score. Lady Wildcats win it by a final score of 62-37. We talked about this, Alex. It was 16-14 after one quarter. Turnover, offensive rebounds, abounded for the Lady Bobcats. Then it was 26-26 at the half. Then Oak Ridge led by 17 after three quarters, 47-30, and then they win the ball game 62-37. A great second half for the Lady Wildcats. Final comments as we get ready for this ceremony.
Yeah, absolutely. Great response. Basketball's 4 quarters, and Oak Ridge, obviously, we talked about it. They know it. They didn't play well the first half, but credit to Central too, right? Central's taken their share of licks in this series, and Central played really well in the first half. I just don't think they had the depth to keep up, especially when Oak Ridge sort of flipped their switch and started playing the brand of basketball that we know that they can play. And once that happened, it was a totally different ball game. So credit to both teams for playing hard tonight, but credit especially to Oak Ridge for sort of weathering that storm. And hey, it's not easy to get up after you have a first half like that. It's easy to hang your head and kind of pout. They didn't do that, and they came around and they responded. And I love to see that. It's great to go into the winter holidays and the winter break.
Okay, Alex, that's enough. Let's go down to let's get ready for the ceremony here. Let's get that going here as the Lady Wildcats, the class, the first team, 1973, 1974. Lady Wildcats are about to be honored here at the Wildcat Arena here in a bit. Alex?
Hey, I'm already down here, Dave. I'm sitting right beside Coach Free right now. We're just waiting. But yeah, great effort by the Lady Wildcats, and we're just kind of waiting on everybody to get down here. And certainly this is going to be a special moment, and so glad to see a really good crowd here to witness this.
Well, what do you think? Should I take a break, or what should I do? Well, let's see. I see Coach Gaddis wandering across the floor here. I see Tommy Lee bringing in the basketballs. I see Ben George down there doing the camera work for us. And let's see. I think the Lady Wildcats are going to go out on the floor, and they're going to be a part of this ceremony, I do believe. As I think Mr. Porter, he was waiting for the other team to come onto the floor here. He wasn't aware there was going to be a ceremony. And he and Coach Gaddis are talking about it down there as the Lady Wildcats are going to be a part of this ceremony, the current group of Lady Wildcats.
Here we go, Dave. I'm going to hand the mic over to Coach Free, who will be doing the PA announcing.
Wildcat fans, join us in celebrating 50 years of Lady Wildcat basketball. In 1973, 12 female athletes transitioned from the Oak Ridge Church League to play in the first TSSAA sanctioned basketball game. Please welcome to the court the members of this 1973 Lady Wildcat team. Bridget Kettner-Ellis, Phyllis Marino, Marianne Purcell Johnson, Nancy Blank Pryor, Mary Ann Brown Shutt, Diane Bolton, Julie Holloway Fletcher, Ginger O'Kane, Elaine Halstead Shaman, Beth McCullough, Carmen Dowdell Faust, and Barbara Bowling Brogdon. Tonight, we link the past with the present and look forward to the continued success of the Lady Wildcats basketball program. Last but certainly not least, this celebration cannot end without recognizing our coach and friend, Coach Siddhartha Van. Standing in for Coach Van is Kimberly Van Cox, her daughter and granddaughters, Callie Cox and Julia Van, and husband, Tracy Van. A team ball will be signed by these Wildcats and placed in the trophy case in the arena lobby. Let's go to the Lady Wildcats. How much we appreciate all they've done for the Lady Wildcat basketball program.
Yeah, they're having their picture made with the first group of Wildcats, Lady Wildcats from the 73-74 team, and it's great to see. That's 50 years in between the two teams. It's great to see.
I don't know.
They say that being a coach's wife is hard, but Laura Lynn Green, wife of Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green, and a local State Farm insurance agent, makes buying insurance easy for you. Auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, health, and much more. Laura Lynn Green's office is located at 136 Marquette Road in Oak Ridge. Give her a call today at 483-5666 or say hello to her courtside at any Oak Ridge High School basketball game. She might be a coach's wife, but she was a Wildcat fan first. For State Farm Insurance, call Laura Lynn Green in Oak Ridge.
Main Street Lofts, a premier rental community in the heart of historic Oak Ridge, Tennessee, offering 1, 2, and 3-bedroom newly built apartment homes. Enjoy the 24-hour modern fitness center, take a dip in our sparkling saltwater swimming pool, or cozy up on a chilly night at our fire pit by our grilling area. Your furry four-legged friends will surely love exercising in our pet park and getting pampered in our pet spa. Schedule a tour or view floor plans today at themainstreetlofts.com. Let's redefine your apartment living experience.
Need quality orthopedic care you can trust close to home? Count on KOC Oak Ridge. Our experts have been serving Wildcats and their families for more than 40 years. Whether you're a high school athlete or a weekend warrior, we've got you covered for sports injuries and beyond. At KOC Oak Ridge, we're committed to providing orthopedic excellence in this region. We strive to treat our patients with the respect and understanding they deserve. And we're a proud supporter of the Wildcats since 1979.
Washboard Wash and Fold Laundry Service is designed to assist customers providing a cost-effective means to having their clothes cleaned and processed. Our wash and fold attendants strive to meet the trust placed on them using a variety of fabric cleaning products of the customer's choice. Our customers have the choice of same-day wash, dry, and fold, or another date that fits their schedule. The Washboard Wash and Fold drop-off service is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're located at 113 Robertsville Road in Oak Ridge. After hours, the drop-off box is available for the customers who work late or need to be to work before 8 a.m. We offer our services to an array of the Oak Ridge community, working parents, persons working extended hours, and local businesses. We are proud of our service to ORHS and other local schools and associations. If time is not an issue, stop by and use the self-service laundry at Bob's Washboard Laundry at 113 Robertsville Road in Oak Ridge. Call our staff at 865-951-3237 for any questions you may have.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
You've worked hard to build your business, and we want to help you protect it. The team at Fox Insurance Group believes your business deserves the expertise of a local insurance agent. With business insurance from Todd Fox at Fox Insurance Group and Encova Insurance, you can make sure your business stays up and running no matter what happens. If you own a business, make sure it's fully protected by contacting Fox Insurance Group. Visit www.grayfoxins.com or call 865-482-0513.
ORUD Natural Gas is proud to offer our customers a product that saves money, provides consistent service, and is a clean energy source. You can save over $1,000 on your annual utility bills when you make the switch to natural gas for heating, cooking, and clothes drying. ORUD is your one-stop shop. We sell and install gas appliances for our customers and make it easy to add your bill with our 0% interest financing. Learn more about how much you can save at ORUD.org. 10 Bank helps build our community so we can continue to win together. 10 Bank, member FDIC.
Mortgage Investors Group at the Oak Ridge office. We love our community and Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. We pride ourselves in taking the same winning tradition in helping you find the perfect mortgage loan for your family. Ask for Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, or Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
Now back to the Fox Insurance Group Oak Ridge Wildcat Football live stream on YouTube. Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency. Fox Insurance Group Oak Ridge.
Let's have a game.
Oak Ridge is 8-1 versus Central. 8-1 on the season, 1-0 in region play. Central is 7-3 on the season, 1-0 in district play. Tonight, the Wildcats try to make it 2 years in a row as they take on Central for the 115th time since 1944. Last time they played, Central got the better of the Wildcats, upsetting the District 3 regular season champions in the semifinals of the tournament, 66-62 in overtime. Prior to that game, Oak Ridge had won 26 in a row over Central. It's a 2011 loss here at the Wildcat Arena. The Wildcats won both regular season games last year, winning 81-63 here and 63-53 at Knox Central. The Wildcats lead the all-time series, though, 87-27. Central has a new head coach this season, replacing Joe Ward, who left suddenly this summer. Central is 7-3 on the season, including a win over Farragut. Their other wins were against Unicoi County, Jefferson County, CAK, Cocke County, South Doyle, and Karnes. Their losses have come to Bearden, Austin East, and West. Oak Ridge will host Austin East, a talented Austin East Roadrunners team, just a week from the night at 8 o'clock. Oak Ridge defeated Powell on Tuesday 85-73 for their first District 3 win. The Wildcats' other wins have come against Grace, Jefferson County, Anderson County, and the Bahamas, Sunland Academy, Jonesboro, Georgia, Southwest DeKalb County, Georgia, Tabernacle Baptist Academy, and their one loss, of course, came in that tournament in the finals to Columbia, Georgia. Tonight's game versus Central will be the last district game until they travel to Falls for the first time in 2 years. That game will be on January the 9th. Oak Ridge's next game will be on Tuesday down in Cleveland. Tonight we're on YouTube, channel 1082 and prepradio.com. Tonight's games are proudly sponsored in part by the Fox Insurance Group, Jamie Brooks for Anderson County Chancellor, the Oak Ridge Utility District, Washboard Wash and Fold, the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Main Street Lofts, Laureline Green with State Farm, and Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. We're live at the Wildcat Arena, and we'll be back with the starting lineups and tip-off following this 3-minute timeout.
Main Street Lofts, a premier rental community to do what you do, enjoy life, and thrive in historic Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Enjoy the lifestyle you deserve with amazing amenities and stunning modern features throughout your apartment home. Our community is sure to please. Enjoy the 24-hour cutting-edge fitness center. Take a dip in our sparkling saltwater swimming pool, or cozy up on a chilly night at our fire pit by our grilling stations. Your furry four-legged friends will surely love exercising in our pet park and getting pampered in our pet spa. Schedule a tour of your new home today or visit us 24/7 at themainstreetlofts.com to view our floor plans and amenities. Our website has our current availability, and you can just apply for your new home from our website. It's time to love where you live.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
Washboard Wash and Fold Laundry Service is designed to assist customers, providing a cost-effective means to having their clothes cleaned and processed. Our wash and fold attendants strive to meet the trust placed on them using a variety of fabric cleaning products of the customer's choice. Our customers have the choice of same-day wash, dry, and fold, or another date that fits their schedule. The Washboard Wash and Fold drop-off service is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're located at 113 Robertsville Road in Oak Ridge. After hours, the drop-off box is available for the customers who work late or need to be to work before 8 a.m. We offer our services to an array of the Oak Ridge community, working parents, persons working extended hours, and local businesses. We are proud of our service to ORHS and other local schools and associations. If time is not an issue, stop by and use the self-service laundry at Bob's Washboard Laundry at 113 Robertsville Road in Oak Ridge. Call our staff at 865-951-3237 for any questions you may have.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 State Championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency, Fox Insurance Group, Oak Ridge.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena, getting set for the boys' game. The Wildcats taking on the Central Bobcats. Let's get Alex back in here to read the final stats of the girls' game. Then we'll switch it over to the boys' game.
Yeah, we'll just have the Lady Wildcats because we don't have a lot of time here, about 20 seconds before the buzzer sounds. Sakari Stewart had 2 points, but had an excellent night on defense. Demetria Strickland had 11 points. Elisha Mitchell had 7 points. Evelyn Eubanks had a nice game off the bench. She had 6 points down low. Janiyah Pippins had 15 points. And Jenna Johnson had a game-high 21 points. Lady Wildcats, of course, won 62-37. Dave, you've got the boys' matchup.
Thanks a lot, Alex. Appreciate that. The Wildcats come into this game, as we mentioned, with an 8-1 record. The only loss coming, to that Columbia team, and the Wildcats had a ball right on the rim, which would have dropped in and they would have won the championship, but it didn't happen for them. But still a great experience. Wildcats are coming off of a good win this past Tuesday when they knocked off a really good PAL team. PAL lost 28 games a year ago, but they've got it going. There was a really good team. As the starters are being introduced, they'll come out with number 1, Efren Rodriguez for the Central Bobcats. Also starting for Central will be a couple new guys in the game. I believe that is Reggie Jones getting the start. And also Central wearing their black jerseys, a little harder for me to read, especially with my old tired eyes. And can't pick up Coach Free down there. They're also going to start one other player, and that is, I think, Parker Hampton, as we're about to have the starting lineups for the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats. We are on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio, and we definitely appreciate you watching our broadcast. It's great to be streaming another ball game. The Panthers didn't allow us to stream. We apologize for that. We had nothing to do with that. They were going to charge us $500, but I've been working the system as of late, trying to get maybe that taken care of maybe next year, as Shamar Green's going to get the start for the Wildcats, who are wearing their white jerseys tonight with Cardinal. The second starter announced for the Wildcats will be Oak Ridge's Garrett Giles, the junior player, 6'5" junior. Also starting tonight for the Wildcats will be at the point position, number 11 for the Wildcats, Raekwon Watson. He gets to start. Wildcats have had some illness here, and also starting for the Wildcats will be Brennan Scott, turned his ankle against Powell. And the next starter announced will be for the Wildcats. That'll be Caden Brightheart. Cooper Williams, who might normally be starting, has been ill all week long. And the Wildcats lucky they have somebody like Shamar that can come in and play. And, Shamar got a start the other day and did pretty well. About to get set here from the Wildcat Arena. As I mentioned, Central comes in. They are 7-3. This is a good Central team. The officials are talking it over right at the scorers table. Coach Aaron Green, his dad, Danny Green, pretty close to that conversation. And they're saying, okay, guys, let's go. We've already seen one game, a victory by the Lady Wildcats, 62-37. And I'm not sure what this discussion is about, but hopefully we'll have basketball for you. Hope you enjoyed listening to the ceremony down on the floor for the 73-74 Lady Wildcats. As we just have a long delay, and now Central is going to come off the floor here. Marcus Huey, their coach, just brings them over to the sideline. I think these three guys are about ready to go. The Wildcats are huddling by themselves out on the floor. Oak Ridge trying to go 2-0. Central trying to go 2-0 in district play. This is a Central team that beat Oak Ridge last year at the district tournament. And here we go. The officials seem to, whatever the issue was, they seem to have gotten it settled. The clock is about to start, and we're about to have the jump of this basketball game. Everybody's got to tuck in their pants, and I believe we're ready to go, and the ball is controlled by Oak Ridge, and we are underway. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge, and that will be Oak Ridge's Caden Brightheart coming off of a 27-point performance the other night. Wildcats look backdoor. Caden gets it on the baseline. Good defense by Central. The Wildcats set it up to Brennan Scott along the baseline. Garrett Giles has the pass, goes inside to Shamar. Court spacing's not great, but As Brennan launches a three, it's up no good. Caden works for position on the rebound, shot no good. Battles for his own rebound, and the far official is going to call a foul against the Central Bobcats, and I believe that's going to send Caden Brightheart to the free throw line. Caden, statistically, percentage-wise, is our best free throw shooter. He is shooting at 82% on the year. No score, just underway. Brightheart's first toss is up there, and it is good. We'll try to pipe in our crowd noise at some point as Oak Ridge goes to the free throw line once again. Caden Brightheart, second toss. On its way up there, good. There we go. Here comes the crowd a little bit. 2-0 is our score, and down the floor with the basketball. Here's a steal by Garrett Giles. Giles with it out to the top. Rover goes to Ray to Brennan. Brennan Scott had 3 threes in the first quarter. This is not a three. Shot is up, no good. Hits the front end of the rim. As I mentioned, he turned his ankle the other day against the Powell Panthers and wasn't 100%. I don't even think he practiced on Wednesday. Got a chance to go through the walkthrough yesterday. Wildcats in the lead. We're a minute into the ball game. Central works the ball outside the three-point line. Rodriguez with it, holds it, stops, comes off to the corner. They get a long, deep three. That is terrible. Shot is no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Brennan Scott. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Brennan attacks the paint, swings it over to Shamar. They thought about shooting a three. Good defense by Central as they set it up. Court spacing's not great. Here's a three by Oak Ridge. Hits the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Bobcats. Our court spacing not so perfect there as the Bobcats work their offense. Good defense by Brennan as they work the ball to the top. Number 2 with it. That'll be J.D. Harris. They launch a shot. It's up and it's good for 3. And it's 3-2. Seems like Oak Ridge always, girls or boys, starts behind after a three-point shot to start the scoring for the opposite team. Caden at the free throw line. Shot no good. Shamar's got the rebound. Powers it back up. No good. Garrett Giles back up. Good. And the Wildcats lead it now 4-3. Here come the Bobcats down the floor against Oak Ridge's pressure. They get the ball across the line. They work the ball left and almost turn the ball over. They get another three off. It's up. That's no good. Rebounded by Garrett Giles. Giles with the basketball to Raekwon. Raekwon brings it straight down the middle of the floor. Thought about taking it all the way in. No, Garrett's going to shoot a three, top of the key. No good. Rebound to Central. Here come the Bobcats, moving right to left quickly, setting it inside the paint. Left block. They get a three in the corner. It's on its way. No good. Good box out there by the Wildcats, and Oak Ridge had the rebound. Shamar's got it. Shamar to Ray. Ray drives in, goes in for the shot. What's he going to call? It'll be a blocking foul against the Central Bobcats. That was iffy. That could have gone either way. It's a blocking foul called against the Bobcats, and Oak Ridge will go to the free throw line. It'll be Raekwon Watson at the line. Raekwon on the year is a 67% free throw shooter. Oak Ridge has the lead, 4-3. Just underway, first quarter action. Toss on its way, good. Alex Myers is with us. He's going to take a little bit of a break. And we're also joined tonight by Ben George, John Ulrich, and Titus Fetters. Shot is good at 6-3 Oak Ridge, and here comes Central coming down the floor. The Bobcats and the Wildcats have been playing since 1944. I think Mike Sheehan probably attended that first ball game back then. 5:21 to play first quarter. Central with the basketball in the right corner. 6-3 our score on the right block. Wildcats working hard aggressively. Count was on him and didn't turn the ball over, and they'll set it up once again. J.D. Harris with it. Dribbles in. Good defense, Oak Ridge. Caden Brightheart working hard against the ball at the top of the circle. Being dribbled by Reggie Jones. He works the ball in to the free throw line. Wanted to shoot from there. Did not. Works it out once again to Jones. Jones comes cross court with it. They get a long three on its way. No good. Rebound Oak Ridge. For a second, here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Raekwon with it. Kind of not a great pass, but Caden's able to corral it. Go in for the shot. Good. Caden Brightheart scores, and Oak Ridge leads 8-3. Here comes Central down the floor, and they'll bring the ball to the midcourt line and set up their offense. Cross court to the top it goes. That's Rodriguez driving in the paint. Too far in. Block shot. Foul called against Oak Ridge. 4 minutes. 27 seconds to play in the first quarter, and Oak Ridge has an 8-3 lead over the Central Bobcats. As I mentioned, these two teams have been playing since the 40s. Oak Ridge has dominated the series, but the last time the two teams played, Central won at Powell at the district tournament. And that was a bad loss for the Wildcats because it sent Oak Ridge to the consolation game, and they had to play the number 2 team out of District 4, and they they were defeated. Both free throws missed. Actually, they won their first ball game, but then against Hardin Valley, but then lost to the Carnes Beavers, who went on to play in the championship game in a sub-state. Oak Ridge ball. Both free throws were missed. The Wildcats in the lead here. Caden Brightheart swings it over to Garrett Giles. Garrett kicks the ball back out to Ray Ray. He thought about driving. Will all the way in for a floater, which is good. Ray Ray scores, and it's 10-3 Oak Ridge. Here comes Central down the floor. Moving right with it. 3:55 to play here in the first quarter. Central the basketball, then they turn the ball over. That should have been an over and back. I guess they said Oak Ridge touched it. Caden's going to steal it anyway. Here comes Oak Ridge's Caden Brightheart for the hole. Caden, as I mentioned, came off of a 27-point performance, and Central has seen enough. Timeout asked for by the Bobcats. We'll take it with them. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 30 seconds.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
David Clary back here at the Wildcat Arena getting set. Once again, 3:42 to play. Wildcats found themselves trailing a few moments ago by a score of 3-2, but since that time, the Wildcats have rattled off 9 straight points to take. Well, actually, it's now 12-3 after they hit a free throw. As the Wildcats get another steal, here comes Oak Ridge pushing it up. Here comes the dunk. Giles to the hole. Shot is no good. They wouldn't let him jam it. He had a dunk the other day against the Powell Panthers. And Garrett's going to go to the free throw line for the Wildcats. Garrett is a 63% free throw shooter. Probably sometime over the Christmas break, he will score his 1,000th point in his career. Some of those at Greenback and a few here as a junior transfer. As Garrett goes to the free throw line. Tosses up good.
Dave, one of the things that's impressed me the most about Garrett this year is, as a guy who has the ability to score 20 or 30 points, it's tough to fit in on a new team. You're going up a division and play a couple divisions, I guess, and he's fit in fairly seamlessly. He doesn't force anything, but yet he still remains aggressive. It's been really impressive.
Yeah, that's one thing I talked about the other day as that ball is knocked out of bounds, last touch by, they say, Oak Ridge. But one thing, I spoke to his parents the other day, and we were actually in the Bahamas, and they were concerned that he might not fit in, kind of a country boy from Greenback coming in to play. But, our kids are great kids. I mean, he fit in not only basketball-wise, but he fit in just perfectly with them as a group of young men. And, he was the guy at Greenback. He had to bring the ball up the floor. He had to do all the rebounding. He had to do most of the scoring. And I think the hardest thing for him, as I talked about it, was the hardest thing, I think, probably was to get used to playing a little bit more of a team-oriented game. And he's done that perfectly, just like you said.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do, but certainly he has done that. And you also have to give credit to, especially these upperclassmen, guys like Brennan Scott, guys like Caden, guys that know that they're going to be able to take a lot of shots. Now that's another guy that they've got to share the ball with. And this is always an unselfish program, or the boys basketball program here under Coach Green, but certainly they've had to play a part in that as well.
You're going to work on your mic a little bit more, I think, as the three-point shot by Ray Ray's up, no good, didn't hit anything. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. Oak Ridge's lead is 14-6, 2:51 to play in the first period. Central with the basketball. Number 2 shoots a 3 from the corner, hits the rim, no good. Great box out there by Garrett Giles. Wildcats have the rebound coming down the floor quickly. Wildcats in the corner, and they'll set it up once again. Here's Ray Ray inside the paint. Shot is up, no good. Great board again by Garrett Giles. Here comes the Wildcats attacking in. Here comes Caden, the lefty for 3. Good. 3-point shot for Caden Brightheart. And Oak Ridge leads 17-6. As I mentioned, Alex, Caden had 27 points against Powell on Tuesday night. We're down to 2:17 to play in the first quarter. Central ball. They'll set up their offense. Nearly a steal by Garrett. Saved on the floor by the Bobcats. They work the ball right corner. Now dribbling into the free throw line. unable to shoot. They go underneath the goal. Block shot. Great play. Oak Ridge Ray had it. Then the ball's knocked out of bounds. The 50-50 calls didn't go our way early in the girls' game, but this one goes Oak Ridge's way. The ball was last touched by Central. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball coming down the floor. Exactly 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. 17-6 is our score. Okay, crowd here for a Friday night. Central brought more fans than they normally do, as they've got a decent crowd down to our right and below. Oak Ridge ball. Here's a three. On its way. No good. On the rebound. Oh, boy. They're going to say somebody from Central shoved our rebounder in the back, and they're going to call a personal foul against the Central Bobcats. Lady Wildcats 162-37. We'll have the stats at halftime. Coach Taylor will be up to talk to us as well. I'll let Alex handle those duties. As the Wildcats playing with Raekwon Watson, Brennan Scott. Wildcats have Brandon Hayward in the ballgame, Garrett Giles, and Caden Breithart. Coach Green told me a couple times in the last 2 or 3 days that Brandon has been just outworking almost everybody on the team, and he has earned any playing time he's going to get. He's also going to play football tomorrow, too. So he's been practicing football and practicing basketball. As the Wildcats have the basketball, here's Brandon with it. He wants to go in to score. His shot is blocked, gets his own rebound, kicks the ball back out once again to the top of the circle to Brendan Scott. Back to Hayward to Caden Breithart. His shot is up and no good. Big board for the Wildcats. They had it momentarily. Some pushing, some shoving. Jump ball, the alternate possession arrow to the Central Bobcats. 11-point Oak Ridge lead, 17-6. Central moving right to left. So Central is 7-3 on the year. They are 1-0. Took apart a Carnes team on Tuesday for their first district win. The Wildcats played the Pal Panthers. Minute 15 to play here. First quarter, 17-6. Central with the basketball. Bobcats come cross court with it. They get a three off in the corner. No good. Good rebound there for the Bobcats, and they'll set up their offense again. Inside the paint, little hook. No good. Rebound again by Central up. This time it is good. Bobcats kind of got beaten on the glass that time. As the Wildcats bring it off to Caden Breithart, who drives the baseline and has his pocket picked and down the floor with Central. And the Wildcats almost pick the ball right back, and they do. Oak Ridge will get an opportunity, and then a foul is going to be called as the Wildcats got the steal. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Oak Ridge in the lead, 17-8. Bobcats substituting players in and out of the contest. And so work the ball in, and it comes to the top to Oak Ridge's Raekwon Watson. Ray dribbles right, looks to his left, swings it over to Brennan Scott. Brennan thought about shooting a long one, cannot do it. Waits and backs it up wisely to the midcourt circle. Gives the ball to Raekwon. Raekwon looks down low to a cutting Giles across the baseline. Can't get the ball to him. Swings it over once again to Oak Ridge's Brennan Scott. Pulls up, floats one in the paint. No good. Rebound to the Central Bobcats. Here they come down the floor. 17-8 the score. 13 seconds to play. They've got a three off. It's wide open in the corner. It's no good, though. They crash the boards, get the rebound, get a shot up. Good. And just like that, it's a 17-10 ball game, and they steal the inbounds and get another bucket. And it's 17-12. As that's the end of the quarter, Coach Green will not be happy about that. Let's take a break. The Wildcats in the lead. 17-12 our score. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 60 seconds.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
You've worked hard to build your business, and we want to help you protect it. The team at Fox Insurance Group believes your business deserves the expertise of a local insurance agent. With business insurance from Todd Fox at Fox Insurance Group and Encova Insurance, you can make sure your business stays up and running no matter what happens. If you own a business, make sure it's fully protected by contacting Fox Insurance Group. Visit www.grayfoxins.com or call 865-482-0513.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. Oak Ridge gave up a flurry of points there to close out the first quarter. 6 straight points for the Bobcats, and Oak Ridge has a 5-point lead, 17-12. Oak Ridge basketball all the way to the hole. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded to the Central Bobcats. Wildcats trying to get the ball inside, haven't been able to. Three-pointer, wide open, good. Three-point shot. Wildcats didn't pick them up, and it's 17-15. Just like that, we've got a ball game. The Wildcats were blowing them out, and all of a sudden, Wildcats made a couple substitutions, and just like that, it's 17-15. It was at one point 17-6, and the Wildcats haven't scored, so they have scored 9 unanswered points to close the gap to 2. 17-15 is our score. And it'll be Oak Ridge as the foul is called against Central. Wildcats will work the ball in. Caden Brighthart will do the honors. The Wildcats have Shamar Green back in the ball game. I mentioned Wildcats have Cooper Williams has been sick most of this week as Oak Ridge works it into Shamar to Garrett Giles. Giles looks to Caden. The ball goes to him. Wanted to shoot. Does no good. Rebound to the Central Bobcats. They're going to call a travel against him as he went rolling along the baseline. Wildcats up by 2. They were up, as I mentioned, 17-6 at one point. As the Wildcats will try to work the ball in with Caden Brighthart. And it comes to Shamar on the right block. Works for position. Goes in for the shot. Good. Nice play there by Shamar. And the Wildcat lead is back up to 4. 19-15 the score. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. We're in the second quarter at the Wildcat Arena. Wildcats with 7:10 to play in the second quarter. Watch Central have the ball kicked out of bounds. It'll be once again Central basketball underneath the goal. Bobcats trying to get it in. They do finally. And they'll set up their offense. They'll drive left elbow, floating shot, no good. Garrett Giles on the rebound for the Wildcats. Garrett pushes it up the floor. To the left corner it goes. Now it goes down low to Shamar. Shamar goes for the move and goes for the bucket. And he scores again. Shamar playing with a lot more confidence, and Oak Ridge leads 21-15. Got a start yesterday, Tuesday. He scored 5 points in that game, and he scores again his 4th point. With the basketball will come the Bobcats, and then they lose the ball out of bounds. Good defense there by Caden Brighthart. We're down to 6.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. 21-15, the Wildcats in the lead. Oak Ridge basketball, Raekwon Watson with it. Walks the ball back across the line. Swings it up to Caden. Inside to Garrett Giles, who goes in for the shot, and he is fouled, and Garrett will go to the free throw line. Garrett is 2 for 2 in the ball game at the line tonight. He's a 63% free throw shooter. He'll have 2 shots again for the Wildcats. As the Wildcat lead was cut to 2 a moment ago, but the Wildcats have scored 4 straight points. As Garrett goes to the line, his first toss is up, a little strong, no good. Hits the back end of the rim, and is no good. Wildcats substituting Cameron McCullough in the ball game. Raekwon will check out. Got a good student crowd tonight here at the Wildcat Arena. Glad to see that. As Garrett Giles will go back to the free throw line. 21-15 is our score. And Garrett in a minute will get his chance to shoot. We have a little housekeeping to get done, and they get that taken care of, and Giles goes back to the line. Dribbles a couple times, puts it up there good. 22-15, the Wildcats in the lead. Here comes Central, facing a little pressure in the rear court. Caden Brightart's in the game. Garrett Giles, Cameron McCullough is in the game, along with Brennan Scott and Shamar Green. Central basketball, they work the ball onto the baseline, kick it around the perimeter, dribble in, and then throw the ball away. Wildcats will get it. They tried to go a little bit too quick that time, try to get it in the corner, get that open 3. But the guy had already evacuated that shot and that spot, and they turned the ball over. Cameron brings it down to Brennan Scott. The 3, no good. Rebound, last touched. I thought Caden Brighthart touched it last. We're going to say it's going to be Oak Ridge's ball. Let's see if they get together on that one. I seriously thought it was last touched by Oak Ridge. And is he going to change it? Yes, he is, and that is the proper call. He has struggled on possession down there. Nope, they're going to give the ball to Oak Ridge. Is going to work the ball in. I could have sworn it was last touched by Caden, but it'll be Oak Ridge ball. Brighthart looks and fires it way high. I think he tried to get it to Brennan Scott, but it went sailing into the crowd as a couple former Wildcats are closer to it than the than the current Wildcats, as it'll be Central coming down the floor, 22-15. The Wildcats on top of the Central Bobcats. Working the ball across the line. Reggie Jones, lefty, dribbling. Now pulls up, takes a shot off the glass. Good. Nice little move there. Kind of fooled the Wildcat defender, and Oak Ridge's lead is cut to 5. Here comes Oak Ridge, a wide open 3. Good. 3-point shot by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats have their first 3, and it's 25-17. Back to an 8-point lead for the Wildcats. Here they come down the floor. Exactly 5:26 to play. Central tries to get the ball down low. They turn it over. Caden battling forward with as Oak Ridge calls a timeout. Let's take it with them. 25-17 our score, 5:21 to play second quarter. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 30 seconds.
Main Street Lofts, a premier rental community to do what you do, enjoy life, and thrive in historic Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Enjoy the lifestyle you deserve with amazing amenities and stunning modern features throughout your apartment home. Enjoy the 24-hour cutting-edge fitness center. Take a dip in our sparkling saltwater swimming pool, or cozy up on a chilly night at our fire pit by our grilling stations. Schedule a tour or view floor plans today at themainstreetlofts.com. It's time to love where you live.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. 5:21 to play second quarter. Oak Ridge in the lead 25-17. The Wildcats led 17-12 after one quarter. Saw their lead cut down to 17-15, but the Wildcats have since that time outscored them 8-2. Oak Ridge ball. Gavin Johnson's in the ball game. Cameron McCullough's in the game. Wildcats go inside to Caden, into Garrett Giles. Wants to shoot, does. Good. Garrett Giles off the glass. And the Wildcats have a 10-point lead, 27-17. Their biggest lead was 11 points. And that came back in the later stages of the second quarter when it was 17-6 at one point. As the Bobcats have the basketball, they work the ball in, and they'll set it up. 4:40 to play, second quarter, and they dribble it out of bounds once again. Central doesn't like the pressure. Good defense there by Gavin. Oak Ridge basketball in front of their own bench, moving left to right. If you're listening to the audio on our prepradio.com, right on channel 1082 tonight. The television teacher who handles that, he's up in Philadelphia at a wedding. So Wildcats lob it in for the dunk. Wildcats can't get it, but Shamar does. Shot no good. Garrett now gets it, goes back up it, stripped of the ball. Ball's almost lost out of bounds. I thought actually the Bobcat actually dribbled it out of bounds. They're going to say it is Oak Ridge's basketball. I'm telling you, we're getting all the 50-50 calls in the boys' game. As the Wildcats, thank you, Mr. Porter. We'll get Ray back in the ball game. Brandon Hayward will check in. See Central, let's see if they're going to get a couple new guys in. They did. I didn't catch those numbers. Actually, they're going to say that Brandon can't come in. Garrett's going to have to stay in the ball game. And it'll be Caden Breithart to work the ball in for the Wildcats. Gavin Johnson for 3. Wow, it's good. Of course it is. Gavin Johnson, if you give him that shot, and that one almost didn't go in for him, if he's that open, he's going to hit it. And almost every time. His percentage, and he doesn't play a lot of minutes, but when he comes in, he makes the most of that, and he scores yet another 3 for his team. He had a 3 against Powell the other day. 4 minutes to play, second quarter. They get a 3 off. It's up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Gavin. Pulled down by Raekwon, and here come the Wildcats down the floor. Caden Breithart for 3 in the corner is no good. Rebound Central. Reaching in and trying to get the board is Garrett Giles and Shamar Green, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, against Garrett. 30-17, Oak Ridge in the lead. We are in the second quarter. The girls won today, 62-37. I did not write down the junior varsity score. We'll try to track that one down before we close it out here. Wildcats will travel to Cleveland on Tuesday. We'll have the broadcast on our YouTube channel and on the radio on FM 92.7 as they work the ball in. Shot by Shamar, a block by Shamar. Taken by the Wildcats. Here comes Caden Breithart down the floor. The Wildcats kick it out. Gavin again for 3. No good. Kick back up and good. The Wildcats score. I'm not exactly sure who got credit for the bucket, but it is good, and it's 32-17, a 15-point advantage for the Wildcats. As I was saying, we'll be on FM 92.7, FM 94.7 Tuesday. We'll stream from Cleveland, as the Wildcats take on the Blue Raiders. 3:07 to play. Here comes a shot blocked out of bounds. The Wildcats have done a lot of blocking of shots in this one in the early going. And it'll be Oak Ridge substituting Gavin Johnson out of the ball game. Oak Ridge will eventually substitute. Looks like Cameron McCullough is going to come in, checking out of the contest. Gavin Johnson. As he's going to be, Caden Brightheart is going to be looked at by Brian Leffler, trainer for the Wildcats. As we're going to have an offensive player control foul. Shamar got run over along the baseline. As I mentioned, all the 50-50 stuff has gone our way here tonight. Let's see if Caden's okay. He looks like he's in a little pain. I didn't see exactly what happened to him, but I can tell he is uncomfortable down there. That's a huge loss for the Wildcats. Hopefully he'll get back in here in a bit. 3 minutes to play, first half. 15-point Oak Ridge lead, 32-17. Wildcats saw them catch up to a 17-15 game as Oak Ridge gets another easy bucket. That is Shamar Green, and it's 34-17. And here comes Central down the floor, and you know what can you say? They're going to call a timeout. We're going to take it with them. 2 minutes, 48 seconds to play, first half. 34-17. The Wildcats in the lead. We'll send it back once again to the station, and we'll be back to the Wildcat Arena. Actually, it was a technical foul. My apologies. Technical foul. I saw him signal with the T, but evidently Coach Huey was not too happy. That free throw is good. 35-17. Wildcats up by 18, up by 19. It was a 2-point game. They've only scored 2 points since it was 17-15. Wildcats now will get the ball. Coach Huey will have to sit the rest of the ball game. His first year as the head coach. Joe Ward was their head coach last 2 years. He was the coach that wore the baseball cap backwards. But he was here with the Summers. Wildcats get another easy one to Shamar Green. Not as easy as I thought it was. He has his first shot blocked. The second one, he draws a foul, and Shamar will go to the free throw line. I don't know what happened to Coach Ward. He was coaching him in the summer, then all of a sudden he was gone. And he's no longer the head coach of the Central Bobcats, but Marcus Huey is, as Shamar goes to the free throw line. Shamar's having a good game, rebounding and scoring. He'll go to the free throw line. Hasn't attempted many free throws this year. He knocks that one down. He was a 50% free throw shooter into that one. And back to the free throw line once again. We'll go Oak Ridge. Wildcats, all of a sudden, 20-point advantage, just like that. Almost like the girls in the third quarter. It was 26-26 at halftime, and the girls, and all of a sudden, they went on a huge roll and just blew out the Lady Bobcats. Shamar back to the line. He's perfect. Knocked them both down, and the Wildcats, indeed, are we have more than a 20-point lead over the Central Bobcats. Wildcats lead now is 38-17. Central is going to get the benefit of an Oak Ridge foul, I do believe. 2 minutes, 25 seconds to play, 38-25. So we'll get Alex in here in a second. Alex taking a little bit of a breather. As you can tell, I guess I'm the old pro. I guess I'll just talk and talk. That's the way it has been for the last 45 years or so. As Garrett Giles comes into the ball game. I've got a story to tell you in a minute, Alex, that just kind of shocked me a little bit. And something that happened to me at lunch today. It involved Clinton, of all places. 2:25 to play. Central basketball. 38-17 is our score. Ben George is with us. Titus Fetters is with us, along with John Ulrich. 2:16 to play, second quarter. 38-17. Here's a three from the corner. That's an air ball. No good. They get the rebound up, but a foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. We talk about this weekend, too. Obviously, tomorrow the football game will take place. You can watch it on Channel 6. I believe the Wildcats will have 5 different players. DeJavis Dozier, Elijah Bradley, Deshaun Knowles, Brandon Hayward, along with Price Davis will be involved. And hopefully I didn't forget anybody. But as that free throw is good, it's back to a 20-point game. Tuesday, we're traveling to Cleveland. But next weekend, it's going to be a big tournament here Friday and Saturday. Wildcats will take on Austin East on a Friday, a week from tonight, as Oak Ridge drives in, gives it into Brandon Hayward. His shot is evidently blocked, but a foul is going to be called against Central. Wildcats will take on Austin East on Friday. Long time since we played them in a regular season ball game. And then on Saturday, the Wildcats will be in action as well. And I believe they're going to be taking on Stone Memorial. The girls are going to be taking on Maryville's girls. And Stone Memorial, I do believe, as Brandon Hayward gets his first points of the night. It's 39-17. The senior back to the free throw line. Toss, good. Brandon looking much more smoother in terms of just basketball coming off the football field. Hadn't played in a couple years, full seasons of basketball. As Central will work the ball in, Oak Ridge elects to put some pressure on. It's token. They'll allow them to get the ball in, and they'll walk the ball across the line. Oak Ridge on top by a score of 40-19. Central's going to turn the ball over, and then the Wildcats are going to try to get a fast break going, and then they turn the ball right back over, and Central will shoot one from just inside the arc. No good. On the rebound will be Central, and they save it in bounds. They'll kick it out for a three. He plants and guns. It's in and out. Oh, it is good. Dropped in. And down the floor will come Oak Ridge. The Wildcats have Charlie Taubenheim in the ball game right now. Wildcats turn the ball over again. Wildcats have Garrett Giles in the ball game. The Central gets another bucket and a foul. Wildcats didn't close out the first quarter real well, giving up several points. And they're going to give up a possible three-point play here. It's down to now 40-24, and they have an opportunity to cut it here at the line with 1 minute and 15 seconds to play in the second quarter. Central to the free throw line one time. Shot is good. And it's a 15-point game. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Ray with it. Garrett Giles, three-pointer. On its way. Too strong, no good. Rebounded by Central. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. Alex Myers will be talking to the head coach of the Lady Wildcats, Paige Taylor, at the here in a few moments as Central sets it up once again. They've closed out both quarters pretty strong here. Oak Ridge was up by 20 just a few moments ago. It's a 15-point game now, and they're working it with 45 seconds to play. Inside the paint, shot is no good. There's a nice board. Pulled down by Brennan Scott. Brennan down the floor, and he is going to be fouled by the Bobcats. Believe it or not, there is a crowd here. All of a sudden, they've gone quiet as Oak Ridge gets Cameron McCullough in the ball game. And it'll be Oak Ridge going to the free throw line. And I'm not sure what Alex is doing. As Oak Ridge goes to the free throw line with Brennan Scott. Tosses up, good. 41-25. The Wildcats in the lead by 16 now. Brennan back to the free throw line. Cameron McCullough's in the ball game. Shamar Green. Toss, good. And hits both of them. He's perfect at the line tonight. 42-25. Here comes Central down the floor. 34 seconds to play. They drive the baseline. Partial block by Brandon Hayward. Knocked out of bounds. I thought Shamar knocked it out, but they're going to say it's going to be Oak Ridge's ball. We're getting a lot of 50-50 calls here as Cameron brings the ball down the floor with 26 seconds to play. Cameron was held. Garrett gets it, top of the key. Wide open three. Good. Three-point shot for Garrett Giles. The Wildcats, just like that, are back up by 20. 45-25 to score. 10 seconds to play here. Central with the basketball. They work the ball in. Oh, block shot there, and the Wildcats are going to call a foul, I think, against Brandon Hayward. No, they're just going to say it's last touch. Big rejection there by the Wildcats, and Oak Ridge will get it with 4.7 seconds to play. Cameron McCullough down the floor, wants to launch one at the buzzer. It's no good as the first half comes to a close. Good second quarter of basketball for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge led only by 5, 17-12. But now they lead at the half, 45-25. Coach Paige Taylor is joining us. And Alex, I'll let you handle the interview with Coach Taylor.
Thank you so much, Dave. As we enter halftime, Oak Ridge up 45-25. The girls' basketball game, the final score of that one, it was a rout. If Coach Paige Taylor joining us now, Coach, if you look at the final score of this game, somebody didn't watch it or wasn't here, and they just see 62-37, they think, okay, Oak Ridge is now, I think, 116-1 all time, or 112-1, whatever the record is, against Central. Same old, same old. That was not the case. In the first half, I thought Central was a more aggressive team. Your team almost looked shell-shocked. I don't know if that was unexpected, how well they played early on or what, but what happened there? Talk to us about that first half and what happened at halftime where you guys came out and looked like a different ball club.
I think we turned the ball over. It's what we did against Powell too. Our turnovers were just far too many against the zone. Central played us a 1-3-1, and we made some adjustments, but not not the adjustments we needed to make, and so we were not sure how to attack that 1-3-1, and we played that way, like just looking at it, not knowing what to do, and so that's what we went in at halftime, and we talked about that defense, and we moved some people around, and we changed our offense, and I mean, obviously we got wide open looks in the second half with that, but that was one thing. The other thing was they were getting wide open looks from three, and we knew that they could shoot the ball well. That was a scouting report. They're three-point shooters, so made some adjustments there, but I think too, the pace of the game was in our favor the entire time. They came out the second half. Our defense was better, but they also, I feel like they ran out of gas and weren't making the shots because they didn't have the stamina to continue that for two more quarters.
David Clary mentioned that, and it just seemed like, both boys' team and your team, you guys just have, some teams talk about depth, and both of these Oak Ridge squads this year, I think they have quality of depth where, you bring in the second team or the third team player off the bench, the 8th, 9th, 10th player, and there's not a big drop-off, whereas a lot of teams that we face as the third and fourth quarter winds on, there's a clear drop-off, and when they try to get fresh legs, the talent level's just not quite there. I think that says a lot about your coaching staff's development and how hard these kids work as well.
Yeah, for sure. We're working at it. We know. Historically with my teams, we haven't really had a lot of depth, and you look down and we do have a little bit more depth this year than what we're used to. And the girls, we talk about that. We emphasize that in practice every day. I don't care if you're on the baseline. If we correct something out here that someone's doing, we're correcting you too. So when you get out here, this is the expectation. And they're doing a much better job of listening and picking up on things.
Jenna Johnson tonight, we have her down as 21. It's unofficial. We have her down as 21 points. It seemed like more than that. But we've seen her at times this year do her thing under the basket. She's been a good rebounder. Tonight, it looked like defensively she was out in the passing lanes and sort of almost playing guard a little bit more in transition, being a facilitator, and then also just looking more confident. Talk about her development and how she's getting healthier and healthier, because it seems like she's kind of feeling like herself again.
Not to mention she actually had 22 rebounds on top of the 20 or 21 points. That's one thing that I have to give Jenna a ton of credit for. She came off that injury, and as soon as she stepped back on the court, mentally, she wouldn't allow herself to be timid. She wouldn't allow herself to be scared, and she has not played timid at all. Rusty here and there, possibly. Someone made a comment about it to me earlier, and then I'm like, well, when you have 20 or 21 points and 22 rebounds, you're not very rusty. And it's just something with her. I know when we played those first couple of games, the frustration, just wanting it all to happen all at once, and we've talked to her about being patient, and there's more to it than just scoring and let it come to you. And I felt like tonight, she showed where she's at, and I'm super proud of her mentally for pushing through the obstacles that she's been faced. And I feel like she's better now than before when she got hurt.
And still a lot of season left to go, and she's only going to get better, as is the rest of your team. Two more questions for you to comment on. The first being your team now 2-0 in region play. As you get closer to Christmas break, this is the last region game you'll play until, I believe, January 9th. So although there are more games to play before the year's over, it has to kind of feel good when you lay your head down tonight going, hey, we've done all we can do. We're perfect in region so far, right?
Right. Yeah. That's the goal. And we're one game at a time, and we know we've got a break here. So we're going into another part of our season. We're going into the December part where you play out of district games and you play, in tournaments, and you travel, and we're going to be on the road. We're going to be in Cleveland. We're going to be at Greenville, again in January after we do come back to our district. We go to Clinton before we start district play again. And we also go to Oakland in mid-January too. So this is a part of the season that you throw in there we've started district. We've got a good start there. We're going to challenge ourselves even more out of district to come back even stronger to finish off our district regular games.
The last thing I want you to comment on, just talk about the history of this program, one of the most storied programs in all the state of Tennessee. Coach Pruden was a big part of that. You're a big part of that. But it started 50 years ago, and you guys honored that team. And I thought it was cool how you guys didn't just honor the team. You brought your team into it. Just talk about what that means to this area, this program, having, I think, 12 of the original 13 players here tonight.
Yeah, so we actually brought them in the locker room, and I told them, we talk every day with these girls about how you have to have a strong foundation in anything you do in order to build your house and go up. So this program, this team, we have to have a strong foundation of fundamentals and everything else in order to get better every day. And you look at our program, and those ladies are the ones that put that strong foundation in here for this program, for the entire program, for all the Lady Wildcats. And it's an honor to have them back here. What they did 50 years ago opened the opportunities for my 14 that are sitting in there tonight to be able to come out here and do what we did tonight. And, it's just really special to have people come back in a program, to come back and continue to support it. And they talked to the girls, and they offered some words of wisdom, and it was just a really special night to have them come back in, because this is a very storied and traditional program, and it's a very successful program, and we want to do everything we can to keep the legacy of what those ladies started here continuing here.
You've certainly done a good job, and those players inside that locker room have as well. Congratulations, another big win tonight, 2-0 in region play. Coach Taylor, I don't know how many times I'll see you between now and Christmas, but if I don't see you, have a great Christmas, and congrats on a big win.
Thank you.
David, we're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, you'll have the mic as we start second half action. Your score at half, Oak Ridge 45, Central 25.
Main Street Lofts, a premier rental community to do what you do, enjoy life, and thrive in historic Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Enjoy the lifestyle you deserve with amazing amenities and stunning modern features throughout your apartment home. Our community is sure to please. Enjoy the 24-hour cutting-edge fitness center. Take a dip in our sparkling saltwater swimming pool, or cozy up on a chilly night at our fire pit by our grilling stations. Your furry four-legged friends will surely love exercising in our pet park and getting pampered in our pet spa. Schedule a tour of your new home today, or visit us 24/7 at themainstreetlofts.com to view our floor plans and amenities. Our website has our current availability, and you can just apply for your new home from our website. It's time to love where you live.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
Washboard Wash and Fold Laundry Service is designed to assist customers, providing a cost-effective means to having their clothes cleaned and processed. Our wash and fold attendants strive to meet the trust placed on them using a variety of fabric cleaning products of the customer's choice. Our customers have the choice of same-day wash, dry, and fold, or another date that fits their schedule. The Washboard Wash and Fold drop-off service is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're located at 113 Robertsville Road in Oak Ridge. After hours, the drop-off box is available for the customers who work late or need to be to work before 8 a.m. We offer our services to an array of the Oak Ridge community, working parents, persons working extended hours, and local businesses. We are proud of our service to ORHS and other local schools and associations. If time is not an issue, stop by and use the self-service laundry at Bob's Washboard Laundry at 113 Robertsville Road in Oak Ridge. Call our staff at 865-951-3237 for any questions you may have.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency, Fox Insurance Group, Oak Ridge.
Welcome back to the Wildcat Arena. The second half about to get set. Looking at the scoring real quick. Brandon Hayward had 2 points in the first half. Shamar Green had 8. Garrett Giles, 10. Brendan Scott had 4. Raekwon Watson, 4. Gavin Johnson, 3. And Caden Brightheart was the leading scorer for the Wildcats. He had 14 points. Central gets the ball first. Wildcats up 20, 45-25. They get a 3 off the start, and it is no good. Rebounded back up, though. Good, and they have an opportunity for a 3-point play. The Wildcats come out here in the second half with their original starting 5. Brennan Scott, along with Raekwon Watson, Shamar Green, Garrett Giles, along with Caden Brightheart. People are asking me why Cooper Williams hasn't played. Cooper has been sick like all week, to the point of, just really not very good at all. Some of the, stomach issues. And so he hadn't practiced much at all this week, and that's why he hasn't played. But Shamar has played well with 8 points. Oak Ridge ball, their lead is cut to 45-28. The Wildcats are going to drive all the way to the hole. Shot is good. They just let him drive all the way through, and the Wildcat lead is 47-28. Back to a 19-point lead. We're in the third quarter. As here's a steal by Garrett Giles, and Giles is going to go coast to coast with it. Give it off to Brennan. Brennan's going to take it strong. No good. Rebound and out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Oak Ridge. Brennan yet to get a field goal in the ball game. He has 4 free throws to his credit today, but yet to have a field goal, as the Wildcats are back on defense, leading 47-28. Central basketball. This is a district ball game. The Bobcats come in at 7-3. They are 1-0 in district play. Central drives to the free throw line. They kick it out to the corner. Shot is on its way. It's good. And let's not let them back in the ball game. It's now 47-31, and the Wildcats have the basketball coming down the floor. Just underway, third quarter, 6 minutes, 35 seconds to play. The Wildcats going to go strong to the hole again. They're not even cutting off Ray Red. He's been able to drive with ease down the lane. Here comes Central down the floor. Outside the line, Wildcat lead is 49-31. Bobcat basketball. They'll drive in, try to go against Garrett, and a reach-in foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. They're going to give him 2 shots. Girls won, as we mentioned, 62-37. Girls are now 5-0 and 2-0 in district play. As we've been saying, they won't play again until coming up on Tuesday when they travel to Cleveland. No more district ball games until January. First free throw is missed as Caden comes out of the ball game. He's slightly limping. As he comes out of the game, Brandon Hayward will come back in. Second toss after he missed the first one. I think there's a lane violation. And he made the shot anyway. And they're going to call a foul on that, personal foul, as Wildcats will get the basketball. Leading over the Central Bobcats here in this district ball game on the floor of the Jill Pruden court. Earlier today, Coach Pruden was not the coach 50 years ago. Siddhartha Van was. And she unable, obviously, she passed away a few years ago. As we're waiting for a little bit of a delay here. But while I have the opportunity, with your support, the Oak Ridge High School boys and girls basketball teams will take children who have been selected by the District Family Resource Center on a special Christmas shopping trip. The goal is to spend $100 each on as many children as possible in December. We'll talk more about that in a minute as the Wildcats turn the ball over. The pass was intended for Brennan. They work the ball in, and the foul is going to be called against Garrett Giles. Wildcats turn the ball over on the inbounds, but going back to the shopping spree, the goal is to spend $100 each on as many children as possible in December. Please either drop off a donation at Oak Ridge High School, checks only made out to the Oak Ridge basketball boosters, or mail them to the post office box. They put up a 3, no good. Garrett Giles on the rebound. Foul's called against Central. Checks made out to the Oak Ridge basketball boosters, or you can mail them to Post Office Box 5834, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, 37831, or you can contact Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green for more information. His cell phone number is 423-595-1829, or you can email him at hagreen@ortn.edu. Brennan has a little trouble handling the inbounds pass, and Coach Green's going to call a timeout. Oak Ridge in the lead. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens courteously, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primary is March 5th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
Washboard Wash and Fold Laundry service in Oak Ridge is not your typical laundromat. Drop off your dirty laundry today and see for yourself. You'll have the freshest, cleanest hung and folded laundry around. Do you need delivery? We can do that for you. Washboard Wash and Fold is also a trusted partner for all your commercial laundry needs. Here at Washboard Wash and Fold Laundry, we are proud of being voted the best in Anderson County. Located at 113 Robertsville Road, just a stone throw from Oak Ridge High School. Hey, don't wait until you're down to your last clean item. Drop them off today.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. Central basketball. They get a little shot in the paint. Up, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. And they're going to say it was last touch by Central, and Oak Ridge will get it. They had a point-blank shot. They couldn't get it to go. Good defense again by Oak Ridge. Now the Wildcats got to get the ball in. Garrett gets it in this time to Raekwon, and he's going to bring the ball down the floor. Looked like he might have been fouled in the rear court. He goes inside to Brandon Hayward. Shot is up. No good, but Brandon will be shooting some free throws. Brandon will be playing in that All-Star game, which you can watch on WATE tomorrow, along with Bashawn Knowles, Elijah Bradley, along with DeJavis Dozier and Price Davis, all involved in that All-Star game. And we'll hope you'll take a look at our Wildcat seniors playing in that showcase. Free throw is no good by Brandon. Brandon was 2 for 2 at the line in the first half. He has a total of 2 points in the ball game. Oak Ridge leads it 49-32. Back to the free throw line, Brandon Hayward, all-time leading receiver in Oak Ridge High School history. Free throw is short, and on the rebound will come the Central Bobcats. A little concerned about Caden Brightheart. He was being worked on by our trainer. The blocking foul is going to be called against Shamar, and they're going to call a foul against him. He kept moving out of the ball game, tried to go here, and hopefully he'll be okay before Tuesday. Get an update, Alex will, with Coach Green after the ball game. Central ball, they work it in. Wildcats playing with Garrett Giles, Raekwon Watson, Brennan Scott, along with Shamar Green and Brandon Hayward. Garrett Giles in the ball game. Shamar blocks the shot again. Wildcats had the rebound. They couldn't get it. They get a three off. No good. Another rebound. It's going to be Oak Ridge's ball. It's off the fingertips of the Bobcat out of bounds. They got several looks at it. Couldn't get it to go, and Oak Ridge will get it. 49-32 Oak Ridge. The Wildcats working into Raekwon Watson. Ray brings it across the line. Drives all the way to the hole. They didn't stop him. He scores again. That's been the story of the third quarter. Let's let Ray do Ray things. And Ray has scored again for the Wildcats. He has 6 points here in the third quarter, and he only had 4 points coming into the half. As there's another bucket, and a foul is going to be called against the Wildcats. And back to the free throw line will go Central with an opportunity for a three-point play. It's Efren Pastrana Rodriguez at the line for the Central Bobcats. Oak Ridge will travel to Cleveland on a school night on Tuesday. Hope you'll join us on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We really wish that you would consider dropping off donations to the Oak Ridge, creating Christmas memories. That's a big deal. Letting those children get a Christmas that they might not normally have. And if you can drop off anything, and we appreciate it, because they're each the girls and the guys are gonna take them shopping, and it's just a great thing that Oak Ridge does every year. 51-35 the score, 4:40 to play. Oak Ridge ball. Wildcats having a little trouble. Brandon gets it on the left block. Back out it goes to Ray for three. No good. Rebound Central. Then the Wildcats, the ball ripped away, and almost good play there by Brandon Hayward, knocks it out of bounds. Wildcats playing with Brennan Scott in the ballgame, Shamar Green, Ray, Hayward, and Garrett Giles. 51-35, the Wildcats in the lead. It'll be, well, they are going to say it's going to be Oak Ridge's ball. I thought it was Central's ball. We'll work the ball in. eventually. Got to do it soon. They do into Shamar, and Shamar will set it up to the top of the circle to Raekwon. To Brennan Scott. Back to Ray. Back to Brennan. Brennan drives the baseline. Has trouble, and good defense by Central. And what they're going to call? Going to call a holding foul against the Bobcats along the baseline. 4:15 to play third quarter, 51-35. I know it's Christmas time and everybody's doing their own shopping, but think about those kids in our district who might not have a great Christmas. Drop off checks only made out to the Oak Ridge Basketball Boosters or mail them to P.O. Box 5834, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, or you can drop them by the office next week. Oak Ridge ball, and the ball's knocked away, and last touch, I think they're going to say it's going to still be Oak Ridge's ball. 4:13 to play. The officials say that it was touched last by Central, and Oak Ridge will get it. Ridge works it into Shamar. Wildcats, Shamar's having trouble holding it. Good defense there by Central, and the Wildcats will set it up, leading 51-35. Ray drives in the paint once again, and once again he scores. They have had no answer for Raekwon Watson here in the third quarter. He only had 4 at the half, and the ball's ripped away, and almost a steal saved by Central. They get a shot up good. But they have allowed him to just run all over him here in the third quarter, and he's in double digits. And here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Shot is missed, rebounded up, no good. Body's on the floor. They're going to call a foul against Central. Let's see if Oak Ridge's Raekwon Watson's okay. He is helped up by Wiley the Wildcat. The Oak Ridge going to the free throw line with Shamar Green. Shamar had 8 points in the first half. 3:37 to play third quarter. My name is David Clary. Alex is still with us, and he's taking a little break. 3:37 to play. Shamar to the free throw line. Camera guys, we got Titus Fetters. We have Ben George. We have John Ulrich. 54-37. Oak Ridge in the lead. Let's see what just happened again. I thought they called a technical foul. It's the second technical foul called against Central, so all the players would get on the other side of the time stripe, and Shamar will shoot one more free throw to give him 10 points on the game if he hits it. He does. Shamar looking good. Came in at 50%, but he's been really solid in this one. It's 55-37, and Brennan Scott's going to go to the free throw line. Brennan has yet to get a field goal in the ball game. He's 4-for-5 now at the free throw line. As he misses that shot, he'll have another one. Then Oak Ridge will get the ball side court. Toss, good. Wildcats back up by 18. 3:37 to play third quarter. And the Wildcats will get the basketball side court. Play McGarrett, Giles, Shamar Green. Looks like Brandon Hayward's in the ball game. Wildcats dribbling in. Here comes an off-balance shot. And how in the world did that ball go in for Ray? He was falling backwards and got it to go. And the Wildcats now lead by 21. What a great third quarter. And here's another steal by Shamar and a foul against Central. Wildcats exerting their might against the Bobcats here. The Wildcats have a 58-37 lead, and the Wildcats are going to be shooting free throws with 3 minutes and 18 seconds to play. What a play by Ray as Brandon Hayward goes to the free throw line. Evidently, some people ran out on the floor. The officials stopped play. The Oak Ridge resource officer, Officer Swigert, tells the official he'll take care of things, and as that free throw is up, and it is no good. Brandon back to the free throw line. Oak Ridge in the lead by 21 points here, 58-37, 3:18 to play in the third period. Toss, good. Wildcats with their biggest lead now at 22 points. This is a Central team that beat Farragut earlier this year as they worked the ball in for a shot. Good. They've won 7 ball games. They dismantled Carnes the other day. I don't know if Carnes lost a lot to graduation, and I don't think they're going to be quite as good early anyway. Don't know much about their roster. Here comes Oak Ridge driving again. He might have a travel against Ray. Ray Ray wanted to go in and score more points, but Central finally got the idea and said, we better cut him off. And he traveled. And here comes Central down by 20. 2 minutes, 53 seconds to play in the third quarter. The girls won 62-37. Coach Green will be up to talk to us. We'll have the final stats as well. Central turns the ball over again. That's Raekwon with the basketball. Ray Ray coming down the floor. Ray Ray stops. Wildcat Shamar, will he shoot a three? He didn't. I was hoping Big Shamar would shoot a three. Maybe Ray Ray will. He does. No good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Back up will come Brandon Hayward, and his bucket is good. Brandon scores, and it's 61-39, and here comes Central down the floor. Wildcats have dominated this series, but last year Central upset Oak Ridge at the district tournament, and it really was a big play as Brandon Hayward gets up and swats that thing back to the Central bench. No upset tonight as Cameron McCullough is going to check in, and Ray Ray's going to check out. Oak Ridge playing Cleveland on Tuesday. Austin East a week from tonight here at the Wildcat Arena. That'll be an 8 o'clock ball game. The girls will be playing that night as well. It's a sponsored tournament, and they're not going to let us stream. That shot is good. From 3, 61-42. The Wildcat lead is that with 1:53 to play. The Wildcats driving along the baseline. Brandon goes up for the shot again. No good. Rebounded, knocked out of bounds, they say, by Oak Ridge. The Lady Wildcats on Friday will play Stone Memorial at 5 o'clock. The boys will play at 8 o'clock against Austin East. And then on Saturday, the girls will play Marable at 3:15 in the afternoon, and the Oak Ridge boys will play Hamilton Heights. Hamilton Heights will be the opponent as a timeout is asked for by Central. Oak Ridge in the lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
David Clary back here along with Alex Myers, the Wildcat Arena. Tuesday will be in Cleveland. Next week we'll be back here Friday and Saturday. Girls playing in the tournament. They're not allowing us to stream. It isn't. We are hosting it, but they're not allowing us to stream. So it'll be radio. Well, not even radio only. It'll be prepradio.com only, along with Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 1082. Here comes a driving bucket. Good. 61-44 the score now. The Wildcats playing with Cameron McCullough at the point. He dribbles down the floor all the way inside. Gives it over to Garrett Giles. Garrett dribbles in. And they're going to call a travel against Garrett Giles. Minute 11 to play third quarter. The Wildcats have Charlie Taubenheim in the ball game. Brandon Hayward, Garrett Giles, Cameron McCullough is in the ball game. Ken Brightheart came out of the ball game. Kind of a twisted ankle early on. And hasn't returned. Brandon Hayward tried to start the third quarter, but did not come back in the game. Had 14 first half points. And the Wildcats have at least 3 different players in double figures right now. As they work the ball in for a driving shot. Good. Wildcat lead is cut again. 61-45. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Cameron McCullough with it. 43 seconds to play third quarter. Wildcats setting up their offense. The Wildcats still have Brennan Scott in the ball game. Brennan yet to get a field goal as Cameron is going to be fouled. Cameron McCullough, 33.1 second to play. When we were down in the Bahamas, the Wildcats had to play for the first time with a 30-second shot clock. Georgia plays with that now. Tennessee eventually probably will get a shot clock. It made things, the strategy of the whole, ball games totally different down the stretch. Couldn't hold the ball at all. He had to shoot it. Something we see at every level except Tennessee high school balls. Cameron's on the board here. Got a free throw, 62-45. Camo back to the line for his second attempt. No good. Rebound to Central. 62 points for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge had 80 plus as Central almost had an easy layup here. The Wildcats not matching up real well with this group in the as that shot is missed, rebounded by the Wildcats. Down the floor will come Brennan Scott all the way to the hole. Shot is good, and he is fouled. First field goal of the night for Brennan. The Wildcat lead is now 64-46. Exactly 12.5 seconds to play in the third quarter. Crowd is here, just can't hear them. 12.5. Toss, good. And down the floor of the basketball, once again, will come the Central Bobcats. Final moments of the third quarter. It's going to be a three-pointer on its way. It's in and out, no good. Underneath, a foul is called, not on the shot, but pushing off for rebounding position. And it'll be, once again, the Bobcats. Back to the free throw line, Central. 65-46 to score. Toss, good. Alex is enjoying his break right now. He's still with us. He'll talk to us at the end of the game. Second toss missed, rebounded by Garrett. Garrett will hold it, and the Wildcats will head to the fourth and final quarter in the lead. We are live here at the Wildcat Arena. One more quarter of basketball to go. Oak Ridge leads it 65-47, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Enjoy an extraordinary apartment living experience at Main Street Lofts in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. You will find extravagance, comfort, and convenience at its finest. Located within minutes of local shops, restaurants, and entertainment, Main Street Lofts offers residents an unprecedented location. Enjoy luxury modern features that include granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, and a washer and dryer in every apartment home. Schedule a tour or view floor plans today at themainstreetlofts.com. It's time to love where you live.
Tomorrow, beginning at 10 a.m., they will then host the Red Devils to Maribel on Wednesday at 6:30. The regular season will begin.
ORUD Natural Gas is proud to offer our customers a product that saves money, provides consistent service, and is a clean energy source. You can save over $1,000 on your annual utility bills when you make the switch to natural gas for heating, cooking, and clothes drying. ORUD is your one-stop shop. We sell and install gas appliances for our customers and make it easy to add your bill with our 0% interest financing. Learn more about how much you can save at ORUD.org.
Welcome back to the Wildcat Arena here. The Wildcats in the lead, 65-47. There's an offensive player control foul against the Central Bobcats. Our sponsors this year in basketball, our radio sponsors, the Fox Insurance Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Main Street Lofts, Washboard Wash and Fold, Jamie Brooks for Anderson County Chancellor as Oak Ridge shoots a three. It's good by Garrett Giles. The Wildcat lead is 68-47. Oak Ridge Utility District, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, along with the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. Shot is missed by the Bobcats, and here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. We're in the fourth quarter. Oak Ridge in the lead, 68-47. Garrett's going to shoot another three. This one's no good. Rebound to the Bobcats. Central pushing it up the floor, pushing it a little bit too far. That ball was headed towards Oliver Springs. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 68-47 the score at half, actually between games, between the boys and the girls game. The first Lady Wildcat basketball team of all time, the 73-74 Lady Wildcats, were honored, and many of them were here. And it was great to see them. I loved what Coach Taylor said about them setting the foundation for Lady Wildcat basketball. Ray drives in, gives it off, and hitting it for Giles. Goes off the fingertips of the Bobcats out of bounds. Great comments by Coach Taylor. Those ladies from 50 years ago who played in the old B gym got a chance to talk to our current girls with some tips and pointers, and it was just a great night for Lady Wildcat basketball. And they won 62-37 despite a 26-26 game at halftime. Oak Ridge ball. Wildcats tried to get it into Garrett Giles. Not a great inbounds. It's taken away by Central, and they're going to drive in. Shot is partially rejected by Shamar Green. The Wildcats battling underneath. And it was Oak Ridge's number 14, Gavin Johnson, reaching in. It's going to be a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow will give Central the ball. 21-point Wildcat lead here, 68-47 the score. Buzzer sounded. Not exactly sure why. I think they might have gotten the alternate possession arrow incorrect. It should have been Oak Ridge's ball on the jump ball. Now they're going to confer. They've had a few mistakes, but the good thing, they have gotten together as a unit to get it right. And they talked about it, and Mr. Porter says, yep, it should be Oak Ridge's ball. So Oak Ridge will work the ball in. 68-47 Oak Ridge. Fourth and final quarter. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Central came in at 7-3. Wildcats came in at 8-1. Both teams were undefeated in the district. And Garrett Giles drives the baseline. And he is a dunking machine as the Wildcats get another steal. Let's see if we get another jam. Coming down the floor, and it's good. And it's 72-47, but Garrett really got up and two-hand stuffed it as Central goes in for the shot. Good. And down the floor once again will come Oak Ridge. Wildcats with it. Gavin Johnson for three. No good. Tipped and rebounded by Central with 5 minutes and 46 seconds to play. The Wildcats in the lead, 72-49. Wildcats are going to get Malik Howard into the ball game. Also checking in, Jacaden Hall for the Wildcats. As Oak Ridge leads it, 72-49. Nothing like a dunk to get the crowd back into it. As the Bobcats work their offense here. Wildcats have Cameron McCullough in the ball game, Malik Howard, Jacaden Hall, Gavin Johnson, Garrett Giles. Ball kicked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. Let's see if we're going to get a chance to see maybe Justice West come in the ball game as the Wildcats substitute. Looks like Brennan Scott's going to check back in. Central ball. They get a shot up. No good, and Garrett might have committed a foul. One of the Wildcats did. Personal foul's going to be called against Garrett, and that's going to send Central to the free throw line. 72-49 Oak Ridge. The Wildcats headed for their 9th victory of the year. They'll play Cleveland on the road on Tuesday. We'll have it on the radio, FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 1082. Toss is good. And here come the Wildcats down the floor. Their lead is 21 points. Wildcats led by 5, 17-12 after one quarter. They led 45-25 at the half, 65-47 after 3. The Wildcats, Jacaden Hall has the ball deflected back in the rear court. He's going to bring it back across the line. Pulls up at the free throw line, shoots from there. It's up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Central. 4 minutes, 55 seconds to play in the ball game, and Oak Ridge leads 72-51. Central basketball. Wildcats going to make it a little bit more respectable as Rodriguez goes in, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound to the Bobcats once again. No real place to go. They almost turned the ball over. They'll reset. After the top it goes to J.D. Harris. J.D. for 3. Brick, no good. Gavin Johnson, the Wildcats on the rebound. He'll bring the ball down the floor. 4:25 to play in the ball game. 72-51 Oak Ridge. Malik nearly stripped of the ball back in the rear court. He tracks it down and brings it back in and pulls up and shoots a 3. Malik Howard and the Wildcats 75-51 the score. He just pulled up and just drilled it. Top of the circle. Here comes Central with the basketball. Wildcats headed for a 2-0 start in the district. They'll play Halls on January the 9th at Halls. That'll be the next time they play a district ball game. There's an air ball shot by Central. Wildcat depth just wearing down the Bobcats again. There's a block shot by Oak Ridge. Here come the Wildcats pushing it up the floor once again. They'll turn the ball over, try to get the ball to Malik. They'll bring the ball down the floor. They want to dunk it. He missed it. Try to hit it on the putback. It's good. 75-53 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Gary Giles has gone most of the way. He's going to drive in. Tried to get it down low to Malik Howard on the right block, but Ball's knocked out of bounds with 3:25 to play the ball game. And Oak Ridge leading 75-53. Wildcats get Camo in the ball game. Charlie Taubenheim checking back in. So he's going to stay in. This looks like Gavin's going to come out. Nope, Gavin's going to stay. Garrett's out. Jacaden Hall in the ball game. Malik Howard in the game. Cameron McCullough. Wildcats get it into Charlie. Charlie goes up for the shot. No good. Missed shot. Rebounded by the Central Bobcats. 75-53. Oak Ridge in the lead. Bobcats dribbling in. The paint. Right block shot. No good. Rebound to Charlie. Charlie has it, and coming down the floor with it will come Oak Ridge. Appreciate John Ulrich. And here comes Charlie for three. The Wildcat lead is now 78-53 over the Central Bobcats. Wildcats, saying John Ulrich, Titus Fetters, Ben George doing camera work for us, Alex Myers as well. With us, believe it or not, he is still here. He's just kind of sitting back and watching the game, enjoying it. Well, I'm doing all the work right now, but he did a lot of setup work and had a little stressful time before the ball game, so we'll give him that. As they work the ball inside for a shot, no good, but a foul is going to be called. Wildcats, a couple of guys have come off the bench to knock down threes. Malik Howard, along with Charlie Taubenheim. The Wildcats have a 25-point lead over Central, 78-53. They upset us last year at the district tournament. Oak Ridge was close after one quarter, but the Wildcats have just slowly and steadily built the lead. Free throws missed. We'll travel to Fountain City later on in the schedule. Of course, West is no longer in our district. Halls has taken their place once again. Halls was with us forever. They were gone for 2 years, but they're back. Which was good. 78-54 the score. 2:22 to play in the ball game. Cameron McCullough driving right, trying to give it off in the corner to Jacaden Hall, who drives in and shot is blocked, gets his own rebound, has a third try, can't get the shot off, and backs it up inside to Malik. Will turn, will spin, one-handed jumper is no good. Rebounded by the Bobcats. With 2:04 to play in the game, and Oak Ridge leading 78-54. Here's a three by Central, no good. Rebound, what's they gonna call? They're gonna call, I don't know. If they call it on Malik, I don't think that's a good call. And let's see, they're gonna call it, I guess, on Oak Ridge, and it'll be Central basketball. Gavin Johnson's in the ball game. Malik Howard, Charlie Taubenheim, Cameron McCullough, and Jacaden Hall. Ball's worked down the right side. They worked it all in. Right block shot. Good. That's a nice looking play. And a foul's going to be called against Oak Ridge. 78-56 the score. The free throw line one time. Go to the Central Bobcats. Central's going to fall to 7-4 on the year. They'll fall to 1-1 in district play. Marcus Huey's first taste of Oak Ridge basketball is not going to be a nice one, as the Wildcats are going to win this ball game. They look for a shot, and it's good. And the Wildcats have a 80-57 lead. With the basketball will come the Bobcats once again. Wildcats. The only thing that really concerning me right now is Caden Brightheart went out, kind of maybe twisted an ankle or something. Hopefully he'll be okay as they launch a three. It's up and it's good. And down the floor will come Oak Ridge. The waning minutes of this District 3 ball game here at the Wildcat Arena. And Oak Ridge has a 20-point lead, 80-60, a minute 4 to play. Ball kicked out of bounds. 1:04 to play in the ball game, 80-60, Oak Ridge by 20. Ridge led by 5 after one quarter. They've steadily built the lead up since then. We've had a good student section. We've had a lot of good fans here. As the Wildcats, Charlie Taubenheim works the ball in to Jacaden. He dribbles it off his foot, barely got it before it went over the midcourt line. Back to Charlie. Charlie wanted to drive, and a blocking foul is going to be called against Central with 52.6 seconds to play. Cameron McCullough will work the ball in on the side of the Oak Ridge bench, and the Malik Howard to Charlie. Back to Gavin, three-pointer. No good. I can't believe he's actually missed a couple threes in this game. Gavin seldom misses. There's almost a walk right there by the Bobcats. The ball's knocked away. Nice defensive play by Jacaden. Here it goes to Cameron McCullough. Cameron works the ball. Now Gavin will shoot another three. This one is good. He doesn't miss many. As Gavin makes it 83-60, a 23-point lead. And we're getting close to the end of this ball game. As Wildcats working hard with their substitute players. Central with some subs in as well. That shot is short. Kemo has the rebound for the Wildcats. Let's see if we can get Jacaden on the board. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Wildcats will not shoot. The game is over. Oak Ridge has defeated the Central Bobcats by a final score, or will, and we'll shake hands. The final score is posted. Oak Ridge wins it 83-60. Let's bring Alex back in here. Alex Myers, the Wildcats, with a big push from the second quarter on, and they win the ball game going away 83-60. (83-60) the final score. Let's get Alex in here. The Wildcats have shaken hands with the Central Bobcats. Oak Ridge wins both varsity ball games 62-37. The guys now winning 83-60.
Main Street Lofts, a premier rental community to do what you do, enjoy life, and thrive in historic Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Enjoy the lifestyle you deserve with amazing amenities and stunning modern features throughout your apartment home. Our community is sure to please. Enjoy the 24-hour cutting-edge fitness center. Take a dip in our sparkling saltwater swimming pool, or cozy up on a chilling night at our fire pit by our grilling stations. Your furry four-legged friends will surely love exercising in our pet park and getting pampered in our pet spa. Schedule a tour of your new home today or visit us 24/7 at themainstreetlofts.com to view our floor plans and amenities. Our website has our current availability, and you can just apply for your new home from our website. It's time to love where you live.
Chancellor Jamie Brooks has been practicing law in Anderson County for over 30 years. He knows our community, our people, and our values. He's a conservative with the experience and temperament you want in a judge. He listens critically, considers thoughtfully, and upholds the law. That is why Governor Bill Lee appointed him to the bench. The Republican primaries March 4th. Let's keep Jamie Brooks as our Republican chancellor in Anderson County.
Washboard Wash and Fold Laundry Service is designed to assist customers, providing a cost-effective means to having their clothes cleaned and processed. Our wash and fold attendants strive to meet the trust placed on them using a variety of fabric cleaning products of the customer's choice. Our customers have the choice of same-day wash, dry, and fold, or another date that fits their schedule. The Washboard Wash and Fold drop-off service is open Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're located at 113 Robertsville Road in Oak Ridge. After hours, the drop-off box is available for the customers who work or need to be to work before 8 a.m. We offer our services to an array of the Oak Ridge community, working parents, persons working extended hours, and local businesses. We are proud of our service to ORHS and other local schools and associations. If time is not an issue, stop by and use the self-service laundry at Bob's Washboard Laundry at 113 Robertsville Road in Oak Ridge. Call our staff at 865-951-3237 for any questions you may have.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency, Fox Insurance Group, Oak Ridge.
Welcome back to the Wildcat Arena. Alex Myers after my long break. Thank you, Dave, for letting me sit back in the proverbial recliner up here. Final thoughts on this one, really. I mean, just great effort by the Wildcats start to finish. It's an opponent who got the better of you in a key moment last year in the playoffs And so certainly a little bit to prove here for the Wildcats, although clearly the better team tonight. They didn't, sort of kind of like the saying, play with their food, right? When you know you're better than the team, you know you can beat them, kind of let them hang around and you don't take them serious. That's not what the Wildcats did tonight, David. They took them seriously. They frustrated them all game long, and then they kept the gas pedal to the metal and let some younger guys, Charlie Cobenheim, Johnson, several of these guys, Jimerson, let them get significant playing time here in the second half. And a lot of times you just can't put a price tag on getting those guys ready and getting those guys real game minutes. So proud of the Wildcats, a great effort. And just like the Lady Wildcats, it's great to be 2-0 in region play as we head into the holidays. A lot of basketball left to play before the break. However, the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats won't play another region game until January 9th. David?
Yeah, most definitely. As the Wildcats get a good win. I know they had a bad taste in their mouth from that district loss at the district tournament. That was an overtime loss, and we didn't get calls that went our way. We really got maybe the worst officiated game in the history of district tournaments over there, and just 2 calls specifically went against them. Give the credit to Central. They made plays when they had to, and you got to work through bad calls. Those 2 calls cost the Wildcats the win, but they rebounded here tonight, and this is a Central team that's not bad, to be honest with you. And it was close. At one point, the Wildcats had built up a pretty good-sized lead in the first quarter, but allowed Central to make it closer down the stretch. Wildcats were up 11, and then saw them score like a few points in a row and 6 points in a row and make it 17-12. Coach Green wasn't too happy about that, but the second quarter, they just blew them away. 45-25 was the score at the half. 65-47 after 3 quarters, and our final score is 83-60. The girls, too, had a really good win today, 62-37. The scoring in the ballgame, Sakari Stewart had 2 points. Demetria Strickland had 12. Ulisha Mitchell had 7. Evelyn Eubanks, a big game today. She had 6. Janiah Pippins had 15. Jenna Johnson had 20 points. But I think the key stat, Jenna had 22 rebounds in the win for the Lady Wildcats. That's incredible. 22 rebounds, 20 points. Big night for Jenna Johnson.
Certainly, and we've said it a bunch of times, but if people weren't listening to Coach Taylor earlier when she was talking or didn't catch the game, it just kind of seemed like one of those games where you go, okay, Jenna is back. Jenna feels like Jenna. She's been playing, but you can kind of tell she's been hampered, and at times she's, Coach Taylor brought up a good point. I don't know if it's rusty, if it's just getting back in the swing of it, what it is. But tonight it felt like the old Jenna. And as Coach Taylor kind of mentioned, hey, it's not just the old Jenna. This is kind of a new and improved Jenna. And she's another year older, another year more physically mature. And certainly her skills are continuing to develop. Tonight she took it out of the post, and she was more of a guard in transition, and just a great night for basketball. And hey, 50-year anniversaries don't come around often, especially when it's the first anniversary or the first team in history. And that's what Coach Taylor talked about when we interviewed her, and how much that team meant to not just this team when they talked to him, but just it helped building the foundation of this program and what Coach Pruden took over and the legacy that she built here. Just a really special night for Lady Wildcat fans everywhere.
Yeah, most definitely. It was a big night, and anytime you're going to get district wins, and going back to a couple things you said there, Jenna getting a chance to play out for that major knee surgery, and I think eventually we're going to get Zayana Stewart back at some point. But during that time, the Lady Wildcats playing these youngsters like, these 2 freshmen, Mitchell and Pippins, getting a chance to get a lot of minutes in, and eventually Zayana's going to join them, and we're going to have a really special team. They're playing pretty well. They're 5-0 right now. They've had a lot of close ball games. But just think how much better the team's going to get when Zayana returns to the team.
Yeah, that's a scary proposition for anybody looking down the road trying to play the Lady Wildcats rather, is, at times she's their best player. And certainly Jenna has been all over the boards early on this season. Certainly she was tonight. But Zayana is another player. They're different players, but much like Jenna, plays down in the post, kind of like a Micaiah Dowdell did back in the day. Yet she can also play as a guard. She can handle the ball. She can bring it up court. And she's certainly an aggressive player on offense and defense as well as just being a vocal leader on this team. So as good as the Lady Wildcats have looked, certainly it's kind of the sky's kind of the limit when you think about when Zayana returns. Dave, we've got Coach Aaron Green in the house, so we'll go ahead with him if you're good with that.
Go ahead.
Coach Green, as we're working to do your final stats and get everything tallied up here, what stood out to you tonight in a big win?
Well, it's a good win. I thought it was one of our better overall performances. I thought in the first half was one of the better halves we played. I thought offensively and defensively, we were locked in. We were aggressive. They had a hard time getting good looks. And I thought, had a lot of people contribute. I thought Garrett Giles, even though he had 12, but he rebounded the ball the best he's rebounded the ball since we started. And we've been on him about that. I thought Smart Green played one of his better games. His presence down inside defensively had some blocked some shots, and also was able to change some, even the ones they didn't block, and was able to have some scored down inside. He's had some more opportunities with Cooper being sick. And then Ray there in the third quarter just seemed like he scored like four, 5, 6 straight trips getting to the hole. I thought Brennan tweaked his ankle on Tuesday. I thought he was solid. He moved a lot better. I thought I was a little concerned if he could even play. So coming to the game, honestly, I was a little concerned. You got Cooper hadn't practiced all week, been sick. Then you got Brennan who's hadn't practiced since he turned his ankle. He did a little bit yesterday. Then we get in the second quarter and Caden turns his ankle. So it's just it's part of the game, but still a little frustrated. I think Caden will be all right. We decided to go ahead and take him out there and let him get that thing iced. But overall, I thought it was one of our better performances for sure.
That's what I was going to ask as a follow-up. You talked about all these injuries and ailments. How is Caden? We saw him, and he's a tough guy, but you could see he was in pain. What's the outlook on him? You think he's going to be able to get back out there pretty soon?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he tweaked it. I didn't see what happened. He turned his ankle. Once that happens, I asked him after the game. He was a little hobbled there in the third quarter. He'll be sore for a couple of days, so I'm hopeful he'll be okay. We'll see. Everybody's kind of different with those ankles. Sometimes I turn them out a bunch. Back when I played, if you've turned it before, it's usually you're a little bit quicker to get back because of course I'm not a doctor, but I don't know how all that works. But hopefully he'll be good. We'll see. We got to get Cooper healthy. Cooper's been sick, and obviously his presence down there is going to help us as well.
Coach, we go through this game. This is a team that you beat both times in the regular season last year. Had a tough, some things go against you in that region tournament district tournament, and they upset you. I know fans remember that. I know David Clary, statistician extraordinaire, he remembers it. I know you remember it. How big of a motivational factor was that for your team, or at this age, are they just kind of, hey, they don't even think about that, we're just out here playing another game?
No, I mentioned it. It was talked about, and I think any coach will tell you, usually try to figure out any way you can to kind of get guys a little bit of an edge or get them where they can play a little harder, whatever it may be, a little bit more motivated. And so that was definitely brought up. And but that's not really going to have any impact on the game. It's just, something that's like, hey, you're going to be locked in. This team's going to be ready to rock and roll. And we've talked a lot. This is a very mature team. And we talk a lot about, hey, you're going to get everybody's best shot. You got Powell. I thought Powell gave us a good shot, played well against us there on Tuesday. And I said Central's going to give us, our best shot. We go to Cleveland on Tuesday. They're going to give us their best shot. So that's kind of what you got to expect. And, it was talked about. I think, of course, every team's different, in that district semifinal game last year when they beat us. But we didn't play very well. Obviously, we had some unfortunate things kind of not go our way, which is part of the game as well. But I'm glad I was able to kind of return the favor tonight for sure.
Coach, before we let you go, I want to give you an opportunity to promote one of the best things. Oak Ridge basketball does a lot of great things on the court, but one of the best, I don't say it's a kept secret, but one of the best things I think you guys do is creating Christmas memories each and every year. You guys are getting ready to wrap that thing up here in a couple weeks before you take the kids shopping, but I want you to talk about that and the dates and everything like that. But also talk about, everybody knows when you take a bunch of these kids shopping, obviously it's a great thing for the children involved that may not have the opportunities to pick out those gifts without this. However, I want you to talk about the impact it has on the Oak Ridge basketball players, because I think sometimes in the long run, that's the greatest impact.
Yeah, and two things, like you just said, getting the opportunity to take kids in our community that may not get a Christmas is very special. Let me first say we need more money. Last year we were able to, we had one big donation. So if you're listening to this or watching it on YouTube and you've got a little extra cash this year and want to help some young kids, for every $100 we get, that's another kid we get to add to our shopping list, and our players will take them shopping. And right now we're about 14 kids. I'd like to get to close to 40 or 50. So we've got like 1 week left. So if you're listening, want to donate, you can message me on social media. You can email me, or just even shoot me a text, or just drop a check off to school and have them put it in our box. But again, it's just as important for our players to be able to experience what it feels like to give back. And I know our guys really enjoy taking those kids around, and they get to see the happiness that it brings them. And and honestly, for me, just knowing that they may not get a Christmas, and our guys get to get that feeling of what it feels like to be able to give. So it's extremely important. It's something we've always done. This is our 14th year, my 14th year here. We've done it every year I've been here, and but we do need some more money. So if you're listening and can donate, please do so.
Thank you so much, Coach. If I don't talk to you before then, have a great Merry Christmas to you and your family, and thanks a bunch. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Alex. See you, buddy.
We now turn it over to Ben George, who's got our final stats of the night. First, he'll start with Central. Ben George, here you go.
Thank you, Alex. For the final stats for the Central Bobcats, the visiting team, it was number 0, DJ Smith, going for 7 points, 2 two-pointers, and 3 free throws, shooting 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Number 1, Efren Rodriguez, ended the game with 6 points, 2 two-pointers from the field, and 2 free throws, going 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Number 2, J.D. Harris, ended with 15 points, going 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 2 3-pointers and a free throw, ending the game 2 of 2 from 3 and a free throw. Number 3, Reggie Jones, ended the game with 7 points, going 2 two-point shots and a 3-pointer, going 1 of 1 from 3. Number 10, David Clark, ended the game with 5 points, going for 1 3-pointer, 100% from 3, and 100% from the free throw line, shooting 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Number 3, Parker Hamilton, ended the game with 3 points and 3-pointer, going 1 of 1 at the end of the game, nearing the end of the game, rather. In the fourth quarter, he shot that 3-pointer. Dante Strickland ended the game with 2 points, with 2 free throws, going 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Trey Hemmington had 6 points ending the game. He had 2 3-pointers, a free throw, and ending the game with 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So that is 7 points, excuse me. And it was Josh Brown at the end of the game. He ended with 7 points, ending that game with 3 2-pointers and a free throw, going 1 of 1 from the free throw line. And the final stats for the victorious home team of the Oak Ridge Wildcats, number 0, Brandon Hayward, ended the game with 5 points. He had a 2-point shot and 3 free throws, going 3 of 6 from the free throw line. That's 50%. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2, Shamar Green, had 6 points, going 3 2-pointers, and going 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and ending the game with 9 points. Cameron McCullough ended the game with 3 points, going with a 2-pointer and a free throw. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line as well. And Malik Howard, nearing the end of the game, had a 3 of his own, ending the game also with 3 points. Garrett Giles came into the game, ending it with 12 points. He had 3 2-pointers from the field, a 3, and went 3 of 4 from the free throw line to end with 12 points. Also would like to mention Garrett Giles ended the game with 2 three-pointers, as I mentioned, and went 2 of 3 from the three-point line. It was number 10, Brennan Scott, ending the game with 12 points. He had a 2-point shot, a 3, and ended the game with 7 free throws going, 7 of 7 from the free-throw line. And number 11, Raekwon Watson, ended the game with 16 points, having 7 shots from the field and 2 free throw line scores, going 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Davin Johnson went 2 of 3 from 3, ending the game with 6 points of his own. And then number 20, Caden Brightheart, ended the game with 14 points. He shot 3 2-point shots from the field, 2 threes, and 2 free throws, ending the game 100% from both 3 and the free throw line. Then it was Charlie Taubenheim near the end of the game, ending it with 3 points of his own after having a 3 nearing the end of the game. Once again, the final score from Oak Ridge Wildcat Arena is the Oak Ridge Wildcats 83 and the Central Bobcats 60.
Dave?
Well, let's close it out. I appreciate everybody who's made the broadcast possible today. Appreciate Alex and Ben, as well as John Ulrich, along with Titus Fetters. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be coming up on Tuesday as the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats travel down to Cleveland, Tennessee to take on the Cleveland Blue Raiders and Lady Raiders. We'll have the broadcast at 6 o'clock on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We'll stream the game here on YouTube on our Prep Radio channel. We'll be on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 1082, and we'll be on prepradio.com. A week from tonight, the girls will play Stone Memorial at 5 o'clock here. The guys will play Austin East at 8 o'clock. And then a week from tomorrow, the girls will play at 3:15 against Maryville, and the boys will play Hamilton Heights at 4:30 on next Saturday. That about does it. Alex, any final comments?
I went into the Black Knight side.
No, just a great night for Wildcat basketball and Lady Wildcat basketball for that matter. So glad to see everybody out here tonight. It was a good crowd, and yeah, David, thanks for letting me be a part of this. It's always good to be back in the arena. It's even better when you get 3 wins, JV, girls, as well as the boys. So, David, and if I'm not on here before then, I want to just say Merry Christmas to everybody who contributes and to everybody who helps us make these broadcasts possible, and to all the fans out there.
As I see Ben walking away here, that means it's time to go. For Alex Myers, this is David Clary until Tuesday saying so long, everybody.